Another episode of Get Over the RP Barrier. And set everything up last time. I might as well give it a shot. Yep.
Forgive
Get
me,
right into the
but
fight.
we must.
Also, interesting.
Keep it up! Fools Vermilion! Right.
Don't know exactly how far we can take this, but we'll try to run this whole thing into the ground.
It's my turn. Attack!
Why not?
Okay, allows the last one. There we go.
It's my turn.
Oh, I should have buffed my attack. Oh well.
A little fire!
All right.
Keep it up! Fools Vermilion!
It's my turn.
Consume.
Right there! Gotcha! Gotcha! Gotcha!
All right. Now's the time.
Right there!
Death awaits you. Come. Now.
Fine! I don't mind. A little fire! Right!
Feel? That's not good.
Let's go! Yeah!
There we go. That's the good stuff.
Right! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Keep it up! Fools Vermilion! Right! Now!
I got you.
Unbelievable.
Gotcha!
Now.
Mine!
Of course.
Oh, you hit me.
Come. Perfect.
Unbelievable. I failed.
I don't mind.
Attack.
I failed.
Alright,
Leave it to me.
one guy left.
They're off guard.
There! It's my turn. Breaker! I don't mind.
Death awaits you. To shred. It's my turn. Stay strong.
Thanks much. It's my turn. Why not?
What's that?
Thank you so much.
It's my turn. Let's go. They're open.
I got you.
I don't mind.
Alright. Move for a million. There we go.
I don't mind. A little down.
Attack.
You're a tough.
Here I go.
Of course. Come. Leave it to me.
I still have not looked up what weak does.
Prepare yourself. They're off guard.
There. Right. Let's do this. Tiger charge! Now!
I got you.
Couldn't stop him that time.
Stone Mountain!
You vile!
Ah, crud. Yeah! Good to go.
I'm going! To shred!
Right. Keep it up. Let's go.
I'm gonna steal that turn from you, buddy.
Let's go.
Run, run!
Gotcha.
It's my turn! Stay strong! Thank you
Thanks.
so
Why
much!
not? A little down.
Attack!
It's my turn. Get off now.
I got you! I'm going! Of course! Perfect!
Mine. It's my turn. I don't mind. A little down.
Attack! It's my turn! Stay strong! Thank
Thanks
you
much.
so much!
Run, run!
I'm going!
Right. Good to go. Right.
I'm going! Perfect!
Mine.
So this is the end.
Alright, first fight down.
Man,
Easy enough as usual.
legendary part of the legendary Shang. Nice.
Skip.
Let's see if you're up for a real fight.
Bro.
Shall we?
You really had to start him up on a critical turn. He's gonna S-craft and kill us in the first turn. Or not. Huh.
Let's go.
And we brought him down, though. Although he carried over all our stats from the other parts, so I guess it's a good thing.
Revel in the night! Ultra
Let's go. Right.
Leave it to me! Arcus activate! Death awaits you! Arcus activate!
Could be doing better. Yeah. Let's go. Breaker.
Hut!
I don't mind. Keep it up. Fools Vermilion! Good to go.
Got strength up.
Death awaits you!
Thanks.
We need to have good RNG, which we are
Alright.
not having right now.
They're off guard!
There. Good to go. Gotcha.
Attack!
Right. They're open.
I got you! Death awaits you! To shred!
Should have S-crafted
Good to
to
go.
make use of the break and just wipe them to half health. I'm gonna just get myself killed.
Right.
Oh, I have to scan you first.
Yeah.
This will also give us those first 2 turns, so
Now's the time!
There. Damn it.
Alright, now's the
yeah,
time!
we need every turn we got, so
They're off guard!
you also have to play it right. We didn't play it right, so we gotta get ourselves killed.
Leave it to me, now's the time!
This one.
Death awaits
Let's go. I won't let you.
Let my guard down. Leave it to me, now's the time!
This one.
Not even trying to drop them to half health.
Keep it up!
Hey, yo. I'm sorry.
I can't live it!
Hey, yo.
No way.
All right.
What? Gotcha.
Good start.
You vile. Leave it to me. Arcus activate.
Let's get all our buffs going.
Could be doing better.
Let's go. Keep it up. Let's go.
So I technically don't need shining, but it gives us 4 turns instead of 2, so it worked. I think it works out.
It's my turn. They're open.
I've got you. Go.
Gotcha.
Good to go.
Now our counterattacks are extra strong, as we would hope.
I don't mind.
14k on the counterattack. Pretty good.
Attack. Of course. Death awaits you. To shred.
Hey, yo, Rick.
Counter. They're off guard. It's my turn.
Wow, that's a lot of turns that we got. Could just chunk them down.
Now's the time.
Better get ready.
Ow!
Oh.
It's my turn.
Nah. Perfect placement. Damn. We don't have anything that just raises our strength, but everyone also is already strengthened.
They're open.
I've got you.
I don't mind.
Could do a lot of damage. Alright, we got him to his midpoint.
Of course. To shred. Now.
Mine. Even I'm getting fired up.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's go. Keep it up. Fools Vermilion. It's my turn. Let's
Focus on Garcia for now.
They're open.
I've got you. I can't lose here. Stay strong.
Thanks
Thank
much.
you so much.
Alright. Alright, we played that wrong.
Damn it. No way. Down.
Let us stand. I'm sorry.
We need to get them both below half at the same time. Get them both enhanced at the same time and break them. That's really the only thing I got. And then we might be able to do it.
It begins.
Crap this time.
You vile.
Could be doing better.
I'm going. Come. Now.
Mine. Right. There.
Thanks much.
Leave it to me.
There's nothing I really want to do with this Zero Craft turn, sadly.
Keep it up.
Well, I guess
All right.
they are close enough, so I guess Divine Crusade works.
They're off guard. This goes perfect.
Mine.
This goes now.
Mine. Right. It's my turn.
It's a
my turn.
maxed out speed.
Breaker! Keep it up. Fools Vermilion!
I don't mind.
A little faster.
Attack!
Hey, yo, ready?
Countering! Now's the time! Death awaits you! To shreds!
Let's go! Now!
I've got you! Alright! Prepare! Now's the time!
Good to go. Yeah! Better get ready.
Perfect!
Fine! Good to go. Keep it up. Good to go.
The issue here is he's not even at half HP, so he wouldn't do his thing yet.
Thank you!
Sealed blade. Force through! Blade! It's down!
Attack! Death awaits you! Come!
Why not? A little gotcha!
Attack!
Right. Zero breaker!
All right. Punch through! Cross strike! All right.
I'm gonna try to completely obliterate him first.
You're not here to play.
Death awaits you!
We're at turn 28, so you still have a little bit to go.
Keep it up! Fools Vermilion!
I'm going! To shreds!
Why not? A little fire! Gotcha!
Attack!
Right. You're open!
I've got you!
Okay. It ends here!
Alright, killed one of them.
Well done.
Of course.
I think we got this.
All for one? All right.
Because cross
Punch
strike.
through! Cross strike! All right. Prepare yourself. Now's the time.
Why not? All
I'm going.
With basically 2 turns to spare, pretty much the 38 and 39 turn, we got this.
Behold my dance.
Very nice.
Victory offering to departing souls. Sleep. Embrace my silver light.
I didn't get the original plan that I wanted, but we were able to eke it out.
us to a bunch of saps.
If I'm to protect what matters most to me, then I can't lose.
Well earned. Thought that was going to be a lot more difficult than it was, to be honest, but I'm sure it'll always get worse, because it always does.
I've done it! I need to keep at it.
I think I'm doing pretty decent at,
Yes, I'm moving up!
putting the game over my knee and snapping its spine. Accelerate is broken.
Damn kids. Splendid. Now's our chance. Risha, Ellie. What are you?
Batman kapowed.
We did it.
Lloyd!
Kia! You're not hurt, right? I guess I don't have anything to worry about if you have the energy to tackle me from behind like that.
Yep, I'm fine. Thanks for coming to save me. I never doubted for a second that we'd see each other again.
Neither did I.
Ilya, are you alright?
Risha? You came all the way here just for me?
You look like you're totally exhausted. Take it easy. We'll get you somewhere where you can recover. Huh? You're alright!
Well, at least we finally managed to get things under control.
Something's up.
Ah, hell.
They let us win.
Lecter!
The precog is coming. What's this? What's going on?
Risha,
Yeah.
get away from her!
What a shame. I nearly had you, Risha. Those were terrific reflexes. You always do live up to my expectations.
Ilya?
Oh.
Okay.
Huh?
Zeit!
It's the good boy. Zeit. Okay. Holy Beast Zeit.
It's good to see you two again.
I forgot he could
I've
speak.
come to resume my duties as your police dog.
How could I forget?
Wolves?
They're just a bunch of mangy beasts. If only it were the beasts.
Wazzy? Well,
Hell are you guys doing here?
The
And
grouse
S.
ritter.
Not bad. Wasn't expecting you to dodge that.
They're just as skilled as we heard.
All the more reason we couldn't have arrived at a better time. That Rufus fellow is proving to be even more dangerous.
he
than
ditched
I
her
thought.
fancy sword.
What's the
Or-
Crossritter doing here?
Sword and crossbow.
No wonder the old gut was telling me things were gonna work out. Guess that makes me 2 for 2 today.
Take your fellow evildoers and be gone, fallen dancer. Your schemes have met their end.
So it seems. What a shame that we lost the element of surprise. How I hate letting Lloyd and Risha escape from my grasp, but oh well.
What's gotten into you?
You've gotta be kidding me.
Guess the party's over. And I was just starting to enjoy myself, too. We'll have to settle for letting you have Kia. May we meet again soon, Yin and SSS.
Good jumping. Quick change.
That outfit.
We'll cut things short for today. Enjoy your freedom while you can and have fun struggling against the inevitable. You're helpless to stop us, now that you've lost your way.
What's that supposed to mean?
It was a distraction.
The curtain has risen on the show of a lifetime.
That texture in the
Nothing
background.
can lower it now.
Look at it.
So sit back and watch the fun unfold.
Look at
The
those
world will
squares.
soon become one with Crossbell at its center, just as we've always wanted.
Ilya, wait! Wait! It's not true, right? me you weren't the one who enslaved the people of Crossbell. Tell me you weren't the one who turned poor Sansan against us.
You'll have to prove yourself worthy if you want to play a part in this great performance. No performer gets to take the stage without an audition now, do they? I'm looking forward to playing judge.
Ilia! Ilia!
Lloyd's Red Act 2 Lost Heroes End. 25 minutes into the stream. Making great time. Slap the save there. Everyone's like part there just ended. Oh. Okay, so yeah, that's Act 2. So now we are on Act 3. Well, might as well swap. March 17th, midnight. So who's ferrying them around? Nine Volley? Really? That's an interesting ally.
You were quite punctual.
You bet. Sup, and welcome aboard the Argo, the vessel of Nine Valley's new high-speed transport service.
Our pilot is a child.
We might have been better off on the ground.
I'll have you know that I'm a licensed pilot. And that's real rich coming from you guys. You look like a bunch of kids about to go on a picnic with their daddy to me.
Ooh, we got burned.
But boy, did I not see your daddy's ID coming. Who knew my mystery client would turn out to be our former Governor General, Rufus Alberea? Oops. What, do you prefer Supreme Leader now?
Yeah, we could use an explanation on that one. Rufus Alberea.
Please, if I knew I'd be repeating myself so soon, I would have gathered my audience. That title is not mine.
But then...
I'm confused. Who's Rufus?
Well, I'm assuming there's some kind of weird disguise thing going on. Who knows? It could be Blue Blanc or something. I don't know.
That's this guy's real name. C was a nickname. So it's Rufus,
He is
huh?
a master of disguise.
I think it's much cuter than C. I give it 85 points. Ooh, he kicked your butt, S.
Why would I care when I don't even get what criteria she's basing these on?
So are you famous then, Rufus? Everyone seems to know who you are. He's not just famous, he's super famous. He's the elder son of House Alberea, one of the 4 great houses of Erebonia, and he became Crossbell's first Governor General. Together with the Empire's Chancellor and Crown Prince, he led the country to all-out war. But then he got arrested after it ended. That's all the big common knowledge stuff, but trust me, I know all about the skeletons in his closet. Wow, you're so smart, Nadia.
Is knowing part of handling the unpleasant side of things?
Wow, you're so smart, Rufus.
Can she try not to stir up trouble with him?
Yeah, well, he's apparently not done making a name for himself. Because 3 days ago he busted himself out of jail so he could lead a load of black-clad soldiers into Crossbell and occupy it again. Then he declared himself the new supreme leader and claimed he was carrying on the late Chancellor Osborne's will. And you're saying that wasn't you? Yeah, hang on. You were in Crossbell yesterday and at noon making statements. When do you have time to go to Heimdall? He couldn't have been at this Crossbell like you said. He's been with us the entirety of today and yesterday. And that means there are 2 Rufus Albereas. More like one of you's a fraud? So it seems I've no interest in making a public show of him being one, mind you. But I am the genuine Rufus Alborea. On that, you have my word. I guess I believe you, even if Crossbell mistakes the other guy for the real deal. Your brother'd be able to tell the difference. Can't say I even care. I'm just in it for the Mira. Speaking of, I thought the Erebonian government seized all your assets. How are you gonna pay your fare? I've long kept my assets spread out in the event of something like this sort of happen. What the government sees is a mere fraction of what I own. Really do prepare for anything, huh? Phew, I was worried we were duped into doing charity work for a sec. Well, we've come this far. I think it's about time you start filling in the blanks. About what exactly? You. You're planning to call things off just because we know who you are now. But you gotta admit that you're not an average guy, and that means being around you is a huge risk on our part. I think you owe us a more thorough explanation on what you were up to before we met and what you're after now. It's the least you can do if we're going to keep working together. Very well. I intended to do much from the very beginning anyway. You'll have to understand that the full scale of our situation before we advance to the next stage. Rufus's tone remained flat as he recounted recent events. It began late at night on March 14th, when Oryx Fort in the Crossbell province fell under attack. This was the work of the Ebon Defense Force, who were there to aid the Crossbell division of the Imperial Defense Force in their escape. Upon freeing the IDF from their underground cells, they continued on to another cell in that same fort, Rufus Alborea's. Yet, their aim was not to free their former leader, but to assassinate him. Rufus deftly turned the tables against them while also managing to extract a wealth of information, even if their knowledge lacked the finer details. You learned that they had abducted Prince Olivert and would be executing a major operation in less than 24 hours. He also learned of a small suitcase that the IDF wished to find with great urgency. Sensing trouble brewing in the wake of Crossbell's liberation, Rufus then resolved to escape to better assess the situation at hand. Next day, March 15th, was no less eventful. An imposter, using Rufus's name and face as his own, stormed Crossbell's signing ceremony and declared it occupied once more. This information, paired with the intelligence gathered to suggest further trouble brewing in Heimdall's, helped the real Rufus ascertain his next objective. He issued a statement claiming to be the prince's abductor to lure Class 7 to the Imperial attack. And following that, he set his sights on Oryx Canyon to take this enigmatic case the EDF were so desperately seeking. You know the rest, of course. Wow. You've been a busy boy, huh? Well, I've been cooped up in a cell for half a year. I had plenty of pent-up energy eager to be spent. To continue, it's clear that the actions of the EDF and my spurious self were planned to the letter. I imagine a multitude of events these past months have been part of their grand scheme, not just a recent attack on the city. The post-war occupation, the occupiers electing to ignore my calls to surrender, and even the city's liberation a month ago. If this fake Rufus is pulling the strings here, you being around's only going to be one big headache for him. You think it's possible you being locked up in the same place as the IDF was intentional? I would assume so. Everything about it right down to my assassination attempt. And that in itself was just a small part of something much greater. Then what do you plan to do about it? You sound like you got a pretty good idea of what you're up against. So what does the real Rufus want? I have two goals. The first is to eliminate the imposter who seeks to use my name for ill. Makes sense if it means them being around equals people trying to kill you. The second is to settle a past debt. Oh? Crossbell's current status traces its origins to the war that ended not long ago. I, the primary member of the Ironbloods, was one of two who led the charge in that war, the other being the very man whom I revered as a father, the late Chancellor. Having made this mess, it falls to me to clean it up. The Ironbloods are an awful loyal bunch. I also feel a certain degree of responsibility toward Crossbell as its former Governor General. Let me see if I got my head around this. In short, you want to rectify Crossbell's situation and fix whatever's going on in Erebonia. That sum it up, right? That would be the end result, yes. You know, that's a lot to expect 4 people to pull off. Thus why I never specified it being us to achieve that end result. There's no reason it has to be us who faces our enemies. Confronting evil and overcoming it with heart and willpower is best suited to heroes, not villains like myself. Like Reen and his friends, whom we fought earlier, and their SSS counterparts in Crossbell. No need to imitate what they have perfected. Works for me. Doesn't feel like our style. What we can do is learn the truth behind these myriad occurrences in our own way. And we can start with the very valuable clue we happen to have in our possession. What is it? Why are you staring at me? You're just so cute that we can't help ourselves. Really? I see, that makes perfect sense. To be admired is the destiny of a masterpiece. Gaze upon me to your heart's content. It's hard for me to picture a doll being the key to unraveling all that's going on. It's weird, yeah. And her not remembering anything makes it that much harder. Got any plans for tackling that one, boss? I just so happen to have a question for you two regarding that very issue. Jorg Rosenberg was her manufacturer and the man who requested that she be delivered to me. Well, technically, yeah. Now that our work in Heimdall is done, I was hoping to visit him in person. But your hesitant response tells me that may not be possible. Has something befallen him? Nope, he's fine. It's just not much would be gained by going to see him. He's the one who gave us the job, but he specified that he was just an intermediary. My guess is that whoever had him give us the job is also the one who's got him to make her. Mainly because he didn't seem to know much more than we do right now. I see. Your only choice is to aid her in recovering her memories after all. I assume you don't know where you were originally crafted? I wish I did, but I'm afraid not. We've got a place we can start at least. York didn't directly deliver the case to us. He said to pick it up from the Moon Temple. He must have hidden it there before hightailing it out of Crossbell. It'd be a safe bet to say she was made there or close to there. Almost certainly the Rosenberg studio on the Main's Mountain path then. Sounds about right. We passed it on the way to the temple, but didn't go inside. A wise decision. If the Meister hid the case elsewhere, then the studio has been compromised in some manner, I'm sure. We still do not know if her memory loss was unintended or deliberate. But, danger or no, it's possible we'll find something to ease our current predicament. So we know where we're going then. Our course was always going to lead to Crossbell. Timing is apt, we may as well go now. Yeah. How are we gonna get in when the borders are so well protected? You're not, for I have a plan, though will require some preparation. I'll need your participation in order for it to work, but the details can wait. For now, rest well, children. Rufus's Route Act 3, Light in the Dark. I was getting so sleepy while they talked, but I feel wide awake now. Perhaps I'll tour the ship and see what everyone is up to. That's a lot of entries, and we haven't looked at a lot of those in a while. New one for Wazi. Nick of time. Squire Scarlet and Vald accompany Wazi to the ancient battlefield, arriving just in the nick of time to save Lloyd and friends from dire straits, and then Rishia. A new Ilya. The moment Ilya is safe, she turns against Rishia, revealing that she is the one behind the bewitching dance that hypnotizes all. Then Kia. Saving Kia. Lloyd and company rush to the ancient battlefield to save the kidnapped Kia from Shao. And then Zeet. Special Support Section Holy Beast. A holy beast who guarded the goddess Septarian. As he aided the SSS and its allies through Crossbell struggles, he became their official police dog. Got new for Eustace. Unexpected reunion. Eustace has an unbelievable reunion with his brother, Rufus, upon learning that the prison escapee is the man behind the broken sea mask. And Crow, Old Class 7. A former upperclassman/classmate of Old Class 7's. While visiting Jirai, he heard that someone claimed his former sea moniker and rushed to return. And then we got C. Now Rufus Alborea. C's true identity. Upon the war's end, he wholly shouldered the Ironblood's role in its atrocities and was imprisoned, and then 2 goals. C has 2 goals. The first to eliminate the imposter who seeks to use their name for ill, and the second to settle a past debt. And then Nadia, interrogator. That was from a bit before. Nadia teases her interrogation methods before a downed Erebonian defense force soldier, suggesting that behind her cruel smile lies a crueler past. Jingo. Nine Valley Exchange. The petite but mouthy owner of Nine Valley's Leaves branch. Wherever she goes, her equally tiny puppy Cerberus is sure to follow. And new thing for Ilya. Leg up. Also new portrait. Lloyd and company work to save Ilya, but just as all seems well, Ilya attacks Risha. Now cloaked by a bewitching aura, she is no longer the woman they knew. Go up to everybody, I guess. Hey Lapis. You asleep? Sure is. It's a shame, I wanted to play with her. Sorry to disappoint, but let her rest, okay? She always wants to sleep, so today's been a long, rough one for her. Does she normally sleep a lot? That's an understatement. She spends most of our off days out like a light. She's even fallen asleep in the middle of combat. Has she ever been to a doctor to fix it? Oh no, she's not sick, just very laid back. It makes life a real pain sometimes, though, let me tell ya. I'm sure it does. But she's my partner, and there's no one else I'd rather depend on when it counts. Besides, I swore to protect her in her brother's place. I intend to honor that for the rest of my life. Are you and her brother different or the same? Finding it hard to wrap my mind around the idea of siblings. Let me put it like this. How would you feel if Jörg Rosenberg were to make another doll exactly like you? If they were exactly like me, then they would be perfect. The world being blessed with more perfect things to admire is a good thing. Well, what if that other doll wasn't as cute, pretty, strong, or emotive as you are? What if others called them a failure? There isn't any such thing as a Rosenberg that's also a failure. But if by some chance that were to happen, I'd be very annoyed to hear others speaking of them that way. There we go. That's how siblings are. Do you think Rufus would be annoyed if he heard something like that about his brother? That's who that boy we saw before is, right? Beats me. I don't know the first thing about what goes on in that guy's head. So it's a mystery. Yeah. Anyway, you should try and get some rest while we have the chance. Assuming dolls need rest anyway. Okay, thank you, Swen. Easy. Now, should I take it slow until you limb from limb, or should I give you a delectable dollop of poison to make it nice and quick? Nadia's dreams sure are colorful. I promise us we will always be together. So, I'd be asleep by now. I'm not tired yet. Say, why don't you give me a neat bedtime story? The entirety of 3 and 9. Like what? You're kind of putting me on the spot. Okay then, why don't you tell me about your swords then? They're neat though. They're neat enough. The way you could take them apart and put them back together. Yeah, they got a pretty unique mechanic to them. When they're apart, I mark my targets to hit them dead on without a problem. Then I put them together so I can really lay into them for a ton of damage. They're more like special ornaments and weapons if you want to be nitpicky with it. Sounds a little too complicated for me, but you sure look amazing when you use them. I think your axe is cool too, by the way. I don't know how you swing that hulking thing around like it's light as a feather. Just what kind of crazy technology does Rosenberg put in his dolls? You see, the feet are made of lead in order to actually keep grip on the ground when she's swinging that hulking thing. Sup, Jingo? Sup, good boy? Well, if it isn't my littlest customer. You want something? I just felt the urchin to the ship, and you're hardly big. I'm still bigger than you. Come to think of it, I haven't introduced myself to you yet now, have I? Name's Jingo. If there's anything you want your hands on, you just give me a holler. I'm Lapis. Nice to meet you, Lapis. By the way, you're not human, right? Indeed, I am not. I'm a proud Rosenberg doll. Really? World's full of surprises. You don't look surprised to me. When you're in my line of work, you meet all kinds of folks. You're not the first unusual customer I've had. I'm not? Your job sounds very interesting. You know what else would be interesting? Mods. Could I interest you in a Gatling gun for an arm or either let you shoot lasers out of them? I'll give you a pretty discount. You can do all that? It'd be worth a shot. I agree that it would be interesting, but none of it sounds as beautiful as my current design, so I'll kindly pass. No big. If you change your mind, you know where I am. I certainly do. Anyway, it's about time for Cerberus's lessons. Cerberus! What's his lesson about? Being the strongest guard dog around. Well, now I gotta know, what does that take? So far I had him help with the cleaning and run my shop, but today he's getting pointers on flying this baby. Oh god. He's gotta be able to navigate anything life throws at him, and that includes a steering wheel. Okay then, first I need you to plop yourself on top of my seat. Hey, is this gonna work? Guess as long as your front paws can reach the wheel, it's all good. You can do this, Cerberus. Good boy. Oh god. Hang on a minute. I wasn't gonna butt in at first, but I can't keep my mouth shut after what I just heard. Oh yeah? What's that? Maybe the whole idea of trying to teach a dog to fly this airship? Still not hearing what the problem is. How is he supposed to learn if he doesn't take the wheel? All of that is a problem. Trying to make a dog transcend the limits of the canine species. Come on, now you're just exaggerating. But you're welcome to tune down his lesson if you want. What part of what I said makes you think... I had a dream where the whole airship fell out of the sky. Where are you, S? Comfort me. Anyway, we're paying for this flight, so if you want to attempt the impossible, do it on your own time. We'd like to live for the landing, if you please. A little wine. Fine. One tough customer.
Cerberus is so cute! I hope I can pet him later on.
It's a good boy. I'm sorry, what was that? You're trying to say I'm adorable, aren't you? Well, of course I am. I'm a Rosenberg doll. But don't worry, you're adorable too. You go? What's up? Change your mind about that body mod? Not exactly. I was just curious. How much could you upgrade if I really asked you to? Can't say without getting my hands dirty. But I bet if you really wanted to, we could probably get all your parts swapped out. Guessing you'd have to call in a specialist, though, on account of how obviously, well, special you are. Oh, I see. Thanks, I guess. What brought this on, anyway? Well, I was thinking earlier, if I exchanged my parts, would I still be me afterward? Ah, we're going into philosophy. Don't be silly. It takes a lot more than changing out some nuts and bolts for you to turn into someone different. But what if we took out a lot of parts? What if I asked you to replace everything and there wasn't a single piece of me left from before? Would you still say I'm the same person then? That I'm still Lapis Rosenberg? You're asking some pretty big head scratchers, Dolly. You got the wrong gal for that kind of philosophical conversation. Let me ask you this. At the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know. That's what I want to figure out. I've worked with my fair share of colorful characters, but if you told me one day I'd be backing up Rufus Alborea, well, not that I'm complaining. Pay is good, and if nothing else, it might be some crazy story since all said and done. Let's bail. Yeah, let's see if they have anything new to say. Specifically you. Damn. I was hoping for additional dialogue. Argo.
I'm afraid this side of the deck is occupied. You'll have to sleep elsewhere.
I wasn't planning to sleep out here.
Oh? Then what's brought you outside?
I wanted to go stargazing. What about you?
I wanted to take in the night air.
Since we're both here, there's something I'd like to ask.
What is it?
I know that you're a famous man, but are you a good man or a bad man?
Bad, though that would be putting it mildly.
So very bad?
Very, very bad. I have used anything and everything to advance my interests, be it titles, fame, or even those pure of heart. There is little point in feigning a moral compass when human lives hold no value to me, or acting chivalrous when all that does is hinder me.
Do you still feel that way?
I do. I'm using you, Swin and Nadia, to bring my designs to fruition, am I not? I'm also using those we met in the capital, like my brother.
None of that sounds like something someone good would do, yes. You really are a very bad man.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding. So, armed with that knowledge, what do you intend to do?
Am I supposed to do something?
I suppose a doll has no reason to care if a human is good or evil.
Being a doll has nothing to do with it. So were you hoping I would admonish you? Or perhaps comfort you?
Eyes are straining.
Of course not.
Okay, then I still intend to do nothing. Whether I praise you for your deeds as a hero,
Yeah, I should
or
clean off my
chastise
glasses
you for your
real quick.
misdeeds as a villain, it won't change you at your core. You are who you are.
Just how does humanity look through your lens for you to think in such simple terms?
I don't know. I can't answer that when I'm still learning about what it means to be human. All I can say is, I don't see if you're good or bad, where you're from, or how you were raised. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. So it can't be that you suddenly don't exist just because someone decides to reject those parts of you.
That's quite a philosophical approach to the matter. Or perhaps that objective thinking is the most one of artificial intelligence can fathom.
I don't know. How could I know? Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Perhaps you're right.
And so, it's what makes you, you.
Perhaps you're right. I don't remember the exact moment I began to search for meaning in my life. My father elected to raise me as his own son, irrespective of the fact I was born because his wife laid with another man. He did so with the same ease he rejected his flesh and blood because he was born from a common woman. When I learned the truth, I finally understood that House Alberea wanted me not as a human being, but as a product of noble blood. It was so hard to bear that it made me sick. Was that all? Was that the only reason I existed? I refused to accept it. I couldn't take it. And as I turned my eyes from this terrible truth, a new, more terrible thought dawned upon me. If that was not the reason I existed, then what was? That was when I met him. It is said we seek that which we do not have. Through him, I sought the father I never had. I convinced myself that if I did as sons do and became more than he ever was, then I would understand the real reason for my existence. And there it was. At last, I had a goal, something to pursue. I stopped at nothing to make that goal a reality. There was no effort too ambitious, no principle too sacred to violate. But no matter what I did, it still wasn't enough. Everything I had done to secure my victory had led to a resounding, humiliating defeat. A defeat at the hands of my own brother, who, despite his unfortunate upbringing, had grown into someone strong and true. I envied him for that. But perhaps I should have known all along that a mere product could never hope to have a real, genuine purpose. The whole predicament would have been worth a laugh had it not been so deeply painful. Why am I here? What is my reason for being? Who am I?
You are who you are. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Such nonsense.
And she's out.
I thought you weren't planning to sleep out here. I'm unsure if dolls are capable of catching colds.
Probably not, because she's perfect.
But I believe you've taken in the stars enough for one night.
Is the place fixed? Place got nuked before by that antimatter bomb thing from the Aeon. Are you all prepared? Ready to go anytime. We're good at this stuff. I don't know what we're preparing for, but I'll give it my best. Our interest will be best served if you say nothing at all. Okay, I'm gonna make a landing. Just landing at the Crossbell Airport? Okay. Looked like it was going to Guerrilla. Maybe the labels are slightly off. Halt! Are you all right to be here? Ah. Is he wearing a wig? Your Excellency! What's the meaning of this? You stand in the presence of our supreme leader. We informed you in advance of our arrival, or were you not ready and waiting? Our deepest apologies. There is no need to be quite so harsh. These are good men. This airport has only been under their jurisdiction for a few days. It takes time to adjust to new responsibilities. You are merciful, Your Excellency. We'll ready a car for you at once. No need. I've arranged for one personally, so remain here and continue your duties. Yes, Your Excellency. Hook, line, and sinker. What a bizarre experience. Not everyone gets to be their own imposter. It's hilarious. Couldn't you were thinking it up, boss? Well, I wasn't lying about them being good. It won't be long before they learn the truth from their superiors and come after us. We should remain in the city any longer than is needed. Can't hurt to scope out the place first, though, right? I suppose. We'll have to make it a brief tour before continuing on for the main mountain path. Does part of scoping out mean inspecting all the restaurants? That's gonna have to wait till next time. That works. Oh right, I got stuff from Jingo. What is it? A farewell gift, apparently. Fishing rods. And bait. What, does she think we're off on a picnic or something? What's a picnic? You're too darn cute, LP. No point in looking a gift horse on the mouth. Let's use it. We'll look like tourists for something. Good for camo. Indeed. I'll leave its use to your discretion. Just try not to stand out too much. Got it. It might be nice to take a breather every now and again. Soon and Nadia can now fish. Rufus is now in stealth mode. Rufus will move about the city in stealth mode due to the Ramda's functionality. Note that when Rufus is the party leader in town, he cannot be seen by others or use shops.
I shall.
Okay.
Walk around the city is our objective. Bam. We need to get that mirror piece. You don't see the passenger trains run through here anymore. There was a time when you'd see all kinds of trains coming and going. I hope those days aren't gone for good. This road leads to Crossbell City. Stay on your guard. There's no reason to swing by Crossbell Station. I assume geofront is locked? Yes.
So, where should we start our search? The administrative district? Could be flying a little too close to the sun, but then again, sometimes that's what you gotta do to nab something juicy.
Very astute. Indeed, the higher the risk, the greater the reward.
I don't see why we shouldn't go there at some point, personally.
First things first. Door's locked. Huh, this is... precisely. And seeing as it appears to be vacant, we'd best be on our way. This guy usually has a sharp eye. Does he notice the person in stealth mode? Look at all those people kissing the Supreme Leader's supreme ass. Hard to believe nearly everyone's falling for that nonsense. There's gotta be more to it, but I'd rather stay the hell out of it and keep my hands clean. Hard to believe nearly everyone's falling for that nonsense. There's gotta be more to it, but I'd rather stay... Yeah. What you got? You got new armor and boots. Let the bankruptcy begin. Every chapter, it'll get worse and worse. We don't need anything until we hit a wall. If we get like we get bothered by a boss that has status effects, that's when we buy it. Since we don't have access to the whole party's funds and equips, we don't need to buy all that extra ones. All the extra items. Meow, meow. Are you worried about me? It's okay. Daddy's at work and Mommy's in Michelin, so she can't come home yet. I know it's scary since the city's acting all weird. Gotta keep tough though. Be as tough as can be. The SSS isn't sad because things are scary, right? So we can't get sad either. Let's keep smiling, Cop. In fact, I got you with me, and that's a reason enough to smile. You got this. Good kitty. What's this strange feeling I'm getting? I'm just imagining things? Better keep sharp. Oh, you're already plenty sharp. I'll do whatever I can to spot any suspicious groups that may try and disrupt today. Something going on today? Security here is too heavy for my liking. We'll have to find some other way to get to the mains mountain path. After that...
It's me!
I'll take care of it.
Can't talk to people, right? Sip. Crossbell Times got balls of steel. Even now, they're still publishing what they please. To be honest, the new Supreme Leader's ratings are higher than I was expecting. Doesn't matter what anyone says. I'm not buying this Hui. Now, yes, his speed did move me some, but I'm not one to be swept up by the current. Doesn't matter what anyone says. I'm not buying all that Supreme Leader's Hui. Like, is that supposed to be his speech? What the heck does it mean by speed? Is that supposed to be slang for something that I don't know?
Very well.
I know the city's in rough shape now, but the delicious coffee here helps to calm my nerves. I think I might go for another, actually. I know it's not good to drink too much coffee, but I'm calmer with than without it. Just one more cup will do me fine. That's what they call addiction.
It's me!
On guard.
I just wanted to see if they said something different. If
Shout.
nobody was there. What's up? So Teo and Dunno are both trying to find something that only they can do right now. I'm truly happy with how dependable they've become. My only concern is related to their cooking. Their ingredients have been getting stranger and stranger. They both improved leaps and bounds, so it's not their flavor that's the problem. But if a customer asks what something's made of and they give an honest answer, that won't be good for business. Dunno and Salteo have both improved leaps and bounds, so it's not their flavor that's the problem. Okay, same dialogue. Hamburg steak. I can't believe we're out of herbs. We import ours, we're sitting ducks right now, we can't get more. But wait, what if we use that plant monster from the other day's hardy powder? Ooh, that might just add the flavor we need. And if we mix it with that green liquid, yeah, it'll be amazing. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear any of that. Using parts of a monster I'm cool with, but green liquid? What does that even mean? I'd rather not eat here. Time to experiment a little. I'll start boiling the green liquid. Very ominous. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Rufus is just the dreamiest. That dark red cloak over that hot white military uniform? Delish. I almost thought she was talking about you. It's flattering enough to be me, but no. That's Supreme Leader Rufus to ya. Wouldn't want to go disrespecting our man's new title. But you're totally right. Just one look at him has me burning up. Alright, shopping. I don't know how I can ever thank you. Even if it was only temporary, I didn't think I'd ever get hired as your vice manager. Please, as far as I'm concerned, I get to borrow an incredibly talented worker's abilities. Times are difficult for us right now, so we may combine our wisdom and get through it as a team. Thank you, sir. Whatever you need, I'll be there to help. I never have been hired if this place's only concern was turning a profit. I'm nothing if not grateful. I need to ensure my staff's mental health is hanging in there. Tensions have been high between those in opposition to the Supreme Leader and those in support of him. Curious, can you read the sign? I'm pretty sure the blue, it's please something is what it looks like. I have no idea what any of those other things. Also, hose. It's like there's supposed to be something like. I think it's supposed to be. I think that's like a no whatever sign. So it's like please no something, no something, no something, and then for whatever reason. Hose. What's this place called again? Times. It's not even close to like just being like the name of the store. I wonder if Pearl's doing alright in Armorica. Jeanette's been acting kinda strange. How are we supposed to be due back soon and everything? Fine. Just how long will we have to put up with this? If the United Nation of Crossbell comes to pass, that would also mean the Chancellor's ambitions came true. Maybe I should consider becoming an official Crossbellan. I never thought Crossbell would find itself isolated from the rest of Zumeria all over again. It became independent, We were forced into being an imperial province, and now, at this point, I may as well get used to it. I've only got a handful of trade routes within Crossbell that'll help me scrape together enough products to sell. What you got? Hot chili pecky. And then just ingredients, which we have none of somehow. Janetta usually doesn't care much about politics and the like. It's what makes her obsession with the Supreme Leader very unusual, to put it mildly. Sigh. I'm getting depressed at just the thought of going home. This is supposed to be the start of our happy life together, but all she talks about is Supreme Leader Rufus. Sigh. I'm getting depressed at just thought of going home. Mishy tail, that's expensive. Mishy's tail, a masterpiece of Bo's high-quality fur. And there's more in Chapter 1 and 2. And then Crossbell Times special issue, you say? Let's see. Special issue. The United Nations. Crossbell's new system of governance. 4 days have passed since the signing ceremony. In that time, Crossbell's political situation has shifted dramatically. Although communications and the flow of goods remain disrupted, we at the Crossbell Times would like to take this opportunity to better inform readers about what is taking place using information as verifiably accurate as possible under current conditions. New Center of Government. After declaring the establishment of this United Nation of Crossbell at the signing ceremony, a new government has assumed control of the region. The effort is led by Supreme Leader Rufus Albarea, who previously occupied the seat of Governor General for 2 years. His sudden reemergence has come as a shock to citizens, as have some of the central figures in his new administration. Chief among them is Dieter Croy, Crossbell's one-time former president who led its previous independence bid. Joining him are Garcia Rossi, the former head of Mafia Syndicate Ravache, which previously controlled half of Crossbell City's underworld, and renowned dancer Ilya Plater, dressed in something far more sinister than her usual Arc-and-Seal attire. Myriad questions persist surrounding the circumstances of this patchwork of figures standing shoulder to shoulder with the Supreme Leader. When and how did Croy and Rossi emerge from their imprisonment? Likewise, the exact identity of the masked armored figure lurking among them is still under investigation here at the Crossbell Times. Legislature is suspended. Yesterday, the new government announced that it would be officially suspended. Oh yeah, I forgot, there was that one guy wearing the suit of armor. We know nothing about him so far. Yesterday, the new government announced that it would be officially suspending the authority of its provincial legislature, arguing that with over half its members missing, including Speaker McDowell, the body effectively could not function. With central authorities now in full command of all governmental authority, it remains to be seen what, if any, power the legislature has left. Similarly, the day after the aborted signing ceremony, the Crossbell Police and Guardian Force were also suspended on a semi-permanent basis, putting the new administration in effective control of Crossbell for all intents and purposes. State of alert to persist. As of the signing ceremony, the entirety of Crossbell remains on high alert. City institutions, as well as St. Ursula Medical College, continue to operate, though Michelin is closed to the public. By extension, the new government has stationed security forces, officially referred to as the Eben Defense Force, at critical points around the region. Ominously, Zauber's soldats have also been seen operating among them. According to the government's public relations department, the EDF is its most elite unit, its members highly trained and outfitted with the latest equipment to perform their duties. The Helmord, regarded as the latest Zauber Soldat model, is alleged to boast vastly superior power output and endurance compared to the traditional Sorge and Melgia models, as well as individual firepower several orders of magnitude higher than that seen in the Imperial Army's Panzer Soldat units. Such posturing could signal that the government is guarding against possible military interference from both the Erebonian Empire and Republic of Calvard. Some sources additionally indicate that in neighboring regions outside of Crossbell City, intermittent resistance efforts against the new government are underway. Among them are rumored to be remnants of the officially dismantled Guardian Force. Citizens' reaction. Though some Crossbellans have criticized the way in which the United Nations government took power, a surprising majority appear to accept the new administration. Many citizens also express support of the government's proposed political course of action moving forward, perhaps due to their long-suppressed dreams of independence reaching a fever pitch at last. Partly as a result of this support, the turmoil that was expected to arise as a result of the dramatic takeover has been better contained than initially anticipated. Furthermore, as a state of alert remains in effect, a communications blackout continues to be enforced across the entire region, making it impossible to ascertain the current state of affairs in the outside world. Even so, one of our reporters who left Crossbell immediately prior to the signing ceremony is believed to be still carrying out her journalistic duties from abroad. Once we manage to re-establish contact with her, we'll be sure to give our readers the latest news about what's happening internationally. Special Support Section remains missing. As for the Special Support Section and their cohorts, who were last seen resisting Supreme Leader Rufus' uprising at the signing ceremony, their whereabouts have yet to be ascertained. In these circumstances that bear a great resemblance to the independence bid made 2 years ago, all eyes are on them, both citizen and government alike, waiting for them to make their next move. The Crossbell Times will report on their movements as such information becomes available. That was a lot of text. Got 1, 2, 7, and 8. We're missing a lot on this route. Why is Southwark so against the Supreme Leader? There's no one out there who's thinking of our future more than that wonderful man. Whatever, I guess. I'll just keep chipping away at him at home until he agrees. There's no one out there who's thinking of our future more than that wonderful man. Southwark's just being contrarian. Whatever, I guess I'll keep chipping away at him at home until he agrees. Okay. Am I the only one who finds the whole United Nation of Crossbell idea kind of suffocating? I don't really care if someone holds enough power to deter war for this world. My concern will always be the world of fashion and entertainment. So long as he doesn't touch those, I'm good. Silver Silk. Just gives arts defense. I'll buy one to have it. I'm so done with leaders or countries or whatever popping up to take over other places they got no business taking over. But if the continent unifies under Crossbell, well, wars we know would be gone, wouldn't it? We'd be able to live in peace for pretty much forever. Maybe the new Supreme Leader's idea isn't so bad after all. If we can unite the continent the way the Supreme Leader says, maybe this whole thing isn't such a bad idea after all. We could finally gain true peace. So the people who are drawn into it have that hypnotized look, I guess. Businesses in Crossbell are permitted to operate still, so I've been able to reach out to our head office and all. It's been rough not being able to talk to my parents in Lemon. Just how long is this going to keep going on for? Cut me some slack, darn it. Got the Stregas. They're awful and we know the other party has them, but I'll buy them to make sure we have them in our inventory in case one of them is new for some reason. Here we are in a situation like this again. Still, I haven't given up on Crossbell regaining its independence through peaceful measures. The city has overcome the odds more than a few times before. Let the die be cast as it may, we'll stand back up as many times as we need. So, we are so close to achieving our independence and returning to peace. The United Nation that the new Supreme Leader speaks of will do nothing but light the fuse of war. It mustn't be allowed. So then, why do I not feel the slightest urge to criticize his words and actions? My word, I must be getting up there in years. I don't want to accept the Supreme Leader's position, but I also can't work up the energy to criticize him. My word, I must be getting up there in years. He's like halfway to being possessed on it. Buy one of those. Get out of here. So, cunt. The United Nation of Crossbell? United nothing. In no way you can achieve peace by forcing other nations under you. Then again, I think the Supreme Leader might actually be able to do it. No, I'm not getting duped by that blondie. How does he not get that all he's done is hurt us? And he says, same first line of dialogue. The Supreme Leader is going to help us achieve true independence at long last. We just know it. As long as he's guiding us, I can hand out these balloons of pride. It's got that half eye closed thing. Eye half closed. As long as the Supreme Leader is guiding us, I can hand out these balloons of pride. Is there anybody else in the map? Not really. That place is guarded, but it's also marked with an objective. I get the feeling most of the citizens approve of what Rufus Albarea is doing, but me, I couldn't be more opposed to it. So I'll admit that when I think of that dancer at the end of his big speech, my mind starts to fade out. What am I thinking? Maybe all the long hours I've been putting in since the end of the war are catching up with me. You know, I'm always asking a lot of Wendy and Chaco. Times are tough enough as it is. I think I'll send them home early once we close up shop today and take care of the office work myself. Good boss. I had my eye on the latest vacuum cleaner from Z Central Factory. I was finally going to pick one up, but it turns out they're sold out of it here. With the current situation in the state, there's no telling when they'll get more in stock. Talk about bad luck. If only I made up my mind sooner, I might have gotten one in time. Oh well, it's done is done. Now I just have to be patient. Power machine. Does this say anything? Looks like... No. Doesn't say anything. 3 out of 4 stars. This whole lockdown is preventing us from leaving the city. Reminds me of when we were the independent city of Crossbell. Still a big urban city, so it could be worse, but still, hard to deny that it feels like a noose is tightening around the city. Anyone upstairs? Nope. We haven't exactly had a lot of customers coming through the door lately. I wonder how much longer this occupation is going to drag on. I hope it ends soon. At the very least, I hope this doesn't lead to another war. We need to do whatever we can to avoid that. I thought the other countries should just surrender to us already. That way you won't have any more... I wonder what was I saying just now? Maybe it was my imagination. Is it me, or was I saying something really weird just a minute ago? Maybe it was my imagination. No, it wasn't. He seems happy enough. Hi, welcome to... Oh, it's not often you have kids your age coming in by themselves. Just between you and me, if you're the good kids I think you are, you should stay home where it's safe right now. I don't know what the deal is with that Rufus guy's speeches. They keep playing on the monitor cars around down. That ain't right. They seem to be brainwashing people into following his every word. Be careful. Anyway, if you kids get in any trouble, I'll try to help you the best I can. I know some good people, and I'm sure we could find a way to help you, even if we have to keep it on the down low. My, how generous. We'll have to keep that in mind. She's friendly, isn't she? And well connected if she knows people who are working underground. Chaco has started to say some really bizarre things lately. I don't know what's gone into her head, but it's not good, that's for sure. We are poor. I'm genuinely curious. What if we try going this way? The security here is too heavy for my liking. We'll have to find some other way to get to Main's Mountain Path. Sucks to be us. Talk to you? Don't know how I feel about plans to unify the continent by force. Sounds a little too close to what Dieter Croy tried. Never mind, I shouldn't have said that. The Supreme Leader is a true man of means who knows how to get things done. I've got nothing to worry about so long as he's the one leading us. I just know it. This way? Sup? The conduct of East Street's merchants concerns me. Can't afford anything less than for us to come together and act as one now. And if someone feels otherwise, then they ought to give the Supreme Leader's speech a good long watch. Suspicious. It's the gang. Things are looking pretty dicey the way they're headed, aren't they? Yeah, more and more people are losing their minds where I'm working. It's hard to just stand by and watch it all happen. Looks like we'll have to move forward with that plan we devised with Wendy. What other choice do we have? Wait, not yet. First, we need to figure out what holes there are in the EDF's patrol routes. Who's there? Oh, it's just a bunch of kids. You guys lost or something? You don't look like you lived in this apartment building. Golly, us? We were just walking around talking about how scary all the grown-ups are acting lately. And then before we knew it, we somehow wandered past our building. Oops. Yeah, that's all? You guys had us scared for a minute there. These kids seem legit. I wouldn't worry about them. Just be careful and head straight home, you hear me? Sure thing. Sorry for the commotion. Will do. Too easy. I could fool these chumps in my sleep. Even Wendy and that girl from Arkansas, Claris, are working together now. Well, I think it's fair to say that things are still a little delicate between the two of them. If Wald were here, what would he do? Yeah, what would Wald do? The situation is what it is. I'm sure Wazzy and the SSS are making moves, even if they're not in town right now. All we can do is try our best to make things better in the meantime. Could you give us a little space? We're kind of talking about complicated stuff over here. You guys be careful, okay? Don't stay out too late. Go home where it's safe. I will. I'll be a good girl. Thank you. Basil's so amazing. No matter how hard things get, he never gives up. He faces his troubles head on. I don't know if there's anything I can do, but I can at least cheer him on. It'll be okay, Serena. There's still hope left, I promise. Don't forget, we made it through the EDF and their whole siege. We just have to be strong and make the best of things, okay? Right. Thanks, Claris. Azel and Hugo aren't giving up either. They're trying their best, too. I gotta pull myself together. You be careful out there, too, Claris. Please. Look after Azel and the others. Make sure they stay safe doing all the underground stuff. Don't worry, they're in good hands with me. From what Noelle and the others tell me, they know their way around things just fine. I've got to step up my game and help out how I can, whether it's with people's daily needs or gathering intel around the neighborhood. Good luck on your end. Wherever they are, I'm sure Noelle and Fran are out there giving everything they have. All the more reason for me to do my part from here however I can. I'm doing my best to warn folks to be careful so that we don't have any more people lose their minds than we already have. If you find anyone you think needs to flee underground, let me know so I can figure out what to do, okay? Got a little bit of an underground railroad situation trying to get the hell out of Crossbell. How's Bond doing? Got to admit, the Supreme Leader does have a point. Wouldn't things be wonderful if Crossbell was the center of Zemeria? Listen to me, Creel. That would bring nothing but more conflict with other countries again. If that happened, it's possible I'd be drafted again and have to be away from our family. Nobody wants that, right? We'd all be so lonely without each other. What? Yes, you're right. What was I even thinking? What a terrible thing that would be. I can't even bear the thought of us being separated from you again, sweetheart. Sniffle. Promise me, Bond. Promise me you'll always stay with us, with your family, okay? Of course, I wouldn't dream of spending my life any other way. On a lighter note, what do you say we start fixing dinner now, huh? You mind helping me? Of course not. I'd love to. I'll chop those vegetables so finely you'll practically be able to breathe them in. Family's still happy. My mother's been acting so weird lately. Sometimes she says she doesn't trust the Supreme Leader, other times she says he's the perfect man to guide us. It's very odd. He might just be a kid, but even I know when something bad's going on. Now, Father can be at home with us, though I'm not so worried about her. He says that his business hours at work have changed, so he could spend more time with all of us. I'm sure everything is going to be just fine with him around, right, Mary? I'm feeling bored since I can't play with Hugo lately. But at least, unlike during the war, Father's here with me this time. That must mean things are going to be okay, right? I think that leads to the third floor. There's no reason to go up there. Why? There could be clues. Or stuff to nab. There were some parts of the Supreme Leader's speech I thought were a bit too radical. But if he's fighting to protect the peace, then I'm sure he means it for the best. Honestly, we were one step away from this as our own state anyway. Maybe it's for the best we do things his way. I want to run around and play, but Wally says I can't write right now. I have to be patient. That's okay. I like cleaning the stall. That's fun too. A lot of people only have one line of dialogue. It's iffy. I've seen my fair share of situations over the years, but even I have to say that times are especially unstable right now. Nevertheless, I'll always do everything that I possibly can no matter the circumstances, for both the BOA and my family. Right now I'm amassing supplies just in case the absolute worst comes to pass and we need them later. A lot of slightly lazy dialogue boxes. When you really think about it, doesn't it feel absurd that life is going on like normal despite everything happening here? In a lot of ways, the situation feels even more precarious than when we declared independence. I've got to keep a real close eye on Mei Ling so she doesn't get herself in any trouble. Kagemaru's strap. What even is Kagemaru? Doesn't ring any bells. That's freaking out a lot about what's going on right now. But personally, the whole United Nation of Crossbell idea seems kind of far-fetched to me. All our trade routes are being controlled under martial law. It's been a headache and a half. All I want in life is to make people veggie evangelists, but I can't do a thing right now. Veggie evangelists. How's the Bracer Guild not shut down? Notice of suspending operations. The Crossbow branch will be temporarily closed until further notice. Got it. I figured it'd be closed. As did I. I'm sure its members will still be keeping themselves plenty occupied, however. Yeah, I should have assumed as much. But there's like no sign on the door. I expected there to just be like a sign. Even though it says there's a sign, but you can't actually see it. Therefore, it doesn't exist. East Street's supposed to have gotten its groove back, but sure still feels dire here to me. Why is it one thing after another? All I want is my normal life back. Salmon. How's your business going? You folks look like you'd have some pretty interesting stories. Don't get your panties in a vice, I'm not gonna pry. I got enough going on in my life, you four can have a look around. Wait, did she say 4? LP, you gotta keep it down. I guess it's too late for that. Who do you think you're fooling? I almost feel bad for you. If that was your idea of being subtle, then I don't see you getting very far. He's really tearing into us. But now I think about it, did the sign on the storefront say, correct. This is Nine Volley's main store. Jingo would be her daughter. Nine Volley is one of the few businesses that caught my attention as Governor General. It certainly seems to have its uses. Yet here you are still covering your rear end. You're a real piece of work. What are you guys talking about? Someone explain it to me. Would you all knock it off with the whispering and wrap it up? I'm trying to run a business here. Either buy something or get out. Yes, ma'am. She has a point. Stores like this are more of our style. We should probably stock up over here. Give me all the hand grenades. They had to go and shut down the Transcontinental Railroad, not to mention phone service. This is just making my job harder. It'd be nice if someone out there could knock that imposter's head off his shoulders already. Oh, I get it. She must have heard from Jingo. Maybe Jingo put in a good word for us. She did seem to have us figured out. Then she's someone else to be made use of. I say we do so wisely. I still have no clue what's going on. What you got? Manly Munchies, pancakes and berry ice cream. I mean, I'm guessing these are the recipes from other routes, so we have the ability to just go to the shops and make the other recipes. At least until later. Yeah, it looks like it's empty. Because every time you re-enter, it refreshes, and I'm pretty sure it will always be stocked with stuff you missed until you picked up everything. So we're good. Everybody, how's the fishing? Not good. Wow, that's one enormous picture of a fish. But what exactly is it, and why do they have it hanging here like it's such a big deal? That must be what they call a fish print. It is pretty impressive to look at, I've got to admit. Huh, you learn something new every day. It's essentially a way to leave an imprint of a fish you caught on paper. It's our first time seeing one up close as well. Given its prominence, I think it's safe to assume this must be a fishing shop. Oh, that's right. Didn't you guys just start learning how to fish? I never realized it was possible to catch a fish this big. How cool. Do you think I could learn how to fish? I'd love to give it a try. I don't know. You're pretty tiny, LP. Some of those big catches might give you a hard time out there. I wouldn't quit your day job if you ask me. The fish should be the ones reeling you in. Oh, come on. You guys know full well how strong I am. I can handle fish that big. No problem. You'll see. Oh, we've got customers? And it don't look like you're with the Ebon Defense Force. That's a relief. You folks seem pretty young, but I can tell the two of you in the back have got a zeal for fishing, eh? Truth be told, the Fisherman's Guild has a lot going on right now. Hate to say it, but we ain't in active operation right now. In fact, all of our members got separated. I managed to make it back here in one piece, but as for the others, well... Still, I can't just leave a couple of fervent fellow fishers out to dry when they've gone to the trouble of coming out here. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and sell you kids' fishing equipment. If you need anything, let me know and I'll hook you up. That's so kind of you, sir. Thanks so much. Sounds like you've really been through the ringer lately, huh? If you don't mind then, I think we'll take some time and look around for a while. I'm guessing you don't mind anyway, the way I see it. This guy could be a source of some valuable intel. Not at all. I'd say that's a perfectly wise decision. Unindoctrinated civilians appear to be few and far between these days. The more we can use to our advantage, the better. Alright, so what are you selling, buddy? I was in Armorica for a while, so this whole deal is rubbing me the wrong way, and now I'm seeing it for myself. Almost everyone has been welcoming those EDF goons with open arms. What's going on here? It only makes it easier for them to focus on catching rebels that fled the city. Getting back in the city was no easy feat, let me tell you. I'm worried about how the others are holding up. They could be anywhere. That's not good. You think they're keeping a close eye on all the exits out of town? You don't seem to be concerned about the mountain path, at least. But we should still be careful. I'm the only one of our members that managed to come back. The way people are acting in the city, why I didn't bring Salem with me. Hope the others are alright. RF0 bearing. Make one's fishing experience smoother than butter. Rufus, give me more money. Sign another check. So what's the plan here, Roos? You got enough vanilla yubeshi in stock to make a mini mountain. Barely getting any customers. If this keeps up, we're gonna go out of business. Good point. There's no way we can eat all this before it goes bad, either. I don't know. Maybe Ashley will have some ideas. Actually, Roos, I might have one. If all we can do is throw it out, why not give it out for free instead? Are you nuts? Where's the profit in... Who am I kidding? We're on the brink of shutting our doors for good. The least we could do is brighten up a few people's day with the food before we go. Great idea, Puck. Let's do it. Great. Glad you're up for it. Up for it? I would say we start right now. We could hit up some of the locals on East Street. And we got enough to even go hand them out in Central Square afterward. You're not handing it out for free. I was hoping for free stuff.
There's the sweet smell coming from. I think it's that stall. Can we go?
If you children could gather intelligence instead of food, that would better serve our needs.
Yeah, S. Quit being so lazy.
Hey!
So what did they say over here? This will take us to the Uptown District, right? Correct. It was redeveloped during the Imperial occupation to give its officers a place to live. Most of them have moved back to the Empire, of course, leaving the majority of its properties up for sale. Weird to think the ringleader behind it all is standing right here. We should probably skip it if we don't want to run into the EDF. No better spot for them to hang out than an Imperial District. Shame we can't ever go over there. What did you just say? So we should probably skip. Place is empty. Sup, Finn? I wonder what's gotten into the owner. He's never struck me as the kind of man who would see anything in someone like the Supreme Leader. Perhaps he's just feeling uneasy because Shanshan's missing. Can't say I blame him. You know what else I'm feeling uneasy about, though? Not getting any customers. Business is not doing well right now. What are you selling? Well, that's why you're not selling the recipe. The United Nation of Crossbell. I don't hate the sound of it. There are lots of interesting customers in the city that make it worthwhile to keep cooking up new dishes. Most importantly, Sansan smiles more than ever since we moved here. She's made good friends. Which is precisely why Crossbell should become the strongest nation on the continent under the Supreme Leader. I want this country to become strong and resilient like the darkness in the dance of performance. I don't know when the Sansan will return. I wanted to hurry home so we could support the Supreme Leader together. Empty rooms. It's incredibly out of character. So, what do you say if we travel in this way? Let's tour the city before making our way to the Main's mountain path. Okay. Not mistaken, this is the branch office for the largest syndicate in these. Anyway, isn't that right? I'd rather not pay them a courtesy visit. Yes, I've heard they're in league with my imposter. We should stay clear of them. I wonder what the big deal is. AUA? Huh. I like it. Give that name 45 points. Dang it, I missed him. Man, it gets old feeling the EDF stare daggers into me. It's hard to stay motivated with how much they pampered my work. Maybe I should get a can of coffee to help kick me out of this rut. Sounds like Aslo has gotten himself wrapped up in some craziness. Jeez, having a protege can be fun, but he can also be a real handful. I'm gonna stop it right there, bud. Time I have to make deliveries have been seriously cut due to all the inspections the EDF has been demanding. It sucks. But that means I don't have the time to be standing around like this. There's no time, no time, no time for anything. I'll let you go. See ya. Man, the Supreme Leader really is something else. What a speech. That's right, you should write all about his glory. I plan to. Who is... Oh, you're just a kid. Hey, it's dangerous out here. You should stay inside. Duly noted. Thanks for the tip. The news service is the best way to relay the Supreme Leader's power to the citizens. We're willing to cooperate with their courage so long as it doesn't get in the way of our work. Shame we can't contact anyone on the outside. That's all the more reason to do everything in our power from here. Since Grace isn't breathing down my neck this time, maybe I should take this chance to get some real work done. That group has a really interesting dynamic. Is it just me, or weren't there actually 4 of them? Interesting. Does he have inside knowledge or a good eye, or is he talking about somebody else? Can't believe some of my own reporters are demanding permission to write fluff pieces praising the Supreme Leader. Never in a million years did I think such bootlickers would emerge within our own ranks. Just thinking about it gives me a migraine. I'm sorry, little one. Only employees can enter the editorial department on the 2nd floor. Aw, but it looks so fun up there. Sorry, the rules are the rules. It's simply a matter of security around here. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks, we'll get out of your way now. Not allowed up to the 2nd floor. I know. I really wanted to check it out, but oh well. I hope Grace is doing okay out there. Don't get me wrong, I trust that she can handle herself. It's just hard not to worry when we can't get a hold of her. Hey, Rex. Yeah, Ellie McDowell is staying in Amorica with a few other allies. Speaker McDowell is there and doing well. He should make a full recovery. Phew, that's a relief. I wish we could report any of this, but the damn Ebon Defense Force is breathing down our necks. It's like we're under Imperial rule again. Worse, actually, with everyone acting out of their minds. I'm sick and tired of shelling my article about Crossbell becoming independent. I get the same sense from all the way back in Amorica. It's bizarre how badly Rufus Albaret has the people wrapped around his finger. Hard to ignore the similarity to what the curse was doing to people last year. Bet Reem to have a few answers. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, Rex. It's good to talk with someone who still has their head on their shoulders. No problem, I'm your man. This is Grace we're talking about. Probably don't have anything to worry about, but still. I'm just sad to get cut off now of all times. Talk about rotten luck. Really hope Grace is hanging in there over in the Empire. Their boss, it's hard not to worry with communications down on top of everything else going on at the moment. A little busy. The must be on patrol. I'll drink to that spelling mistake. But these the Panzer soldats we've heard about? I'm shocked to see them deployed in the city. All the more reason to not get in a fight with one of those things. Soldats or not, we can't afford to be spotted by the enemy. Let's put some distance between us. Ellipses. I'm impressed at how far you've come. Well done, Koki. I can feel your soul swirling with the noodles in this bowl. For real? Yes, you did well to preserve through these troubled times. It's unfortunate that we have no customers to test your skills upon. Nevertheless, I hereby pass on to you the beginner rank of the Ozel School of Noodles. Continue to push forward in your training. Yes, boss. What is that stuff? I want to try some. I totally know what you mean, but we'll have to save it for later. I was thinking, once you've learned the secret techniques of the Ozel School of Noodles and Advanced Intermediate, I might help you establish a branch of your own to operate. Keep working hard. My own branch noodle cart? I'll give you everything I've got, boss. What you got? Ozo Shio Ramen. Here's mute. It's gonna interrupt this patrol here. Sup. Curfew doesn't officially begin until after sundown, but it's pleasing to see the citizens going out as little as possible. Saves me from expending additional energy while patrolling. We go over here. Says this building belongs to a Radio Trista. An Airbonian radio station and Crossbell. I bet it'd be pretty fun to sneak into, but we don't have time for that. Really? Would it? Radio, huh? Maybe I'll ask about it later. Fishing.
Ooh, I
Gotcha. That's got heft.
What a catch.
It's a good size.
I don't remember how exactly we caught all the fish. I think we looked up a guide towards the end of the game
That's got heft.
when we had the access to the full map in the other games.
It's a good size.
I usually fish like 2 times or something like that. See, that seems to be the location where the marker is, so let's go the opposite direction. We should be able to go this way. Whoops, cut off the dialogue.
Ooh, I smell fresh goodies. They hype this place up as much as anything you'd find in Heimdall. Nadia, we have to stop here and gather some intel.
I knew you were both just screwing around at the capital.
Give me a second to hear what's going on.
Now then. Okay, good to go. Okay, good to go. Okay, good to go. Now then.
the heck's going on? This was totally against the Supreme Leader's whole thing, but suddenly he changed his mind out of nowhere. Bro did the same thing. Could it be, brainwashing? I mean, Daddy been acting weird too. Are we gonna start acting like that? Oh no. Let's make sure to not to listen to the Supreme Leader. Yeah. Clever children. The JSSS are pretty smart. For children. If only the SSS was here. I'm sure they'd come to save us. Yeah, they'd swoop in like heroes. Uh-huh, so we gotta hold down the fort until they come back. I learned about the former Governor General's idea through Crossbell Times. I don't know, it's just hard for me to believe that so many would be in support of his authoritative approach. Maybe there's something more convincing about hearing it directly, but I have not the slightest interest in pricking up my ears. We also regain our independence through peaceful measures, too. This bread here is a highlight of my day. So, EDF soldier. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I'm a little concerned over what those children were talking about. Well, it should be fine to leave them be. Reverie looks tight up ahead. The main mountain path is up ahead, but we'll have to use another route. Alright, we go this way. There's no reason to go out into the West Highway. The all speed is over on the main mountain path, yeah? Gotta exit from the north. Door's locked. He's knocking over that trash can. The microphone is picking it up every so often. The last thing I want at this point is for my husband to go off to war. How could I not support the Supreme Leader if it means he'll keep my family safe? I'm sure everything will work out under him. Possessed eyes. How are you doing? Not very good. Supreme Leader's right. What's the point of being independent if we don't have the power to protect ourselves? That's why he has my full support, and to protect Momo and Elsa. Jeez. Door's locked. Nope. That new pastry Bennett came up with is mouth-watering on all fronts, which is all well and good, but it's not exactly what I've come to expect from her baking, you know? Who am I to decide? Unless I'm a hoity-toity food critic, far be it from me to critique. Besides, I'm sure Oscar and Morges are keenly aware just how unusual this is for her. For now, I'll just keep an eye on how things unfold at the bakery, especially when it comes to Oscar and Bennett in particular. Apparently, Bennett's new pastry is her way of showing support for the new Supreme Leader. I'll still buy it because it's perfectly delicious and all, but I've got mixed feelings about it, to say the least. Looks like Bennett got possessed. Oh no, she looks somewhat fine. I'm glad people seem to be taking to my new chocolate bread recipe. Not that I'm surprised. I was praying for everyone to have a safe future as I bake, so I'd like to think that came through. Oh, if you're wondering why it's pitch black, that's because the color is inspired by the Supreme Leader and the Duskin Dancer. I hope and pray with all my heart that the United Nation of Crossbell will become a tranquil country. Wait just a minute. I drink to all the spelling mistakes. It's either wait a minute or wait just a minute. And even wait just a minute is a bit much. Yes, this must be the brainwashing at work. It's taken a hold of so much of the populace. She doesn't have the weird, like, half-closed eyes, though. You'll not think twice about threatening the United Nation of Crossbell again, so long as you have the Supreme Leader guiding us. Better yet, Oscar won't be forced to fight in another war. That would be perfect. Peace and security are finally within our reach. What's the, what's the one Star Wars quote? Give me a second. I'm gonna look it up because I'm bored. a lot of talking, not a lot of gameplay. Peace, freedom, justice, and security to their new empire. Devil's Food Cornet. Good stuff. Ooh, that bread smells so yummy. Hey, that's a pretty discerning nose you've got, little lady. We only sell the best bread in town. Feel free to have a look around. I promise you'll like what you see. It's our bread and butter, literally. Everyone needs good food to keep their spirits up, especially at times like these. Can we get some bread to go? Please, Nadia. Pretty please. I don't see why not. What's that pitch black stuff over there? Oh, that's our latest. Bennett baked it herself. She even made the dough from scratch. It's really good despite appearances. I just wish I could say the same about her attitude lately. I try not to worry about her, but she hasn't made it easy. Well, if her bread is good, then I say we have to try it. I hope you two remember we didn't come to Crossbell to eat pastries. We're getting distracted. Nah, it's my fault for boring them with my personal problems. Anyway, I promise you'll love anything we have in the shop. Feel free to grab whatever catches your eye. What you got? An independence roll. A bewitching cornet featuring dark chocolate sauce in both in its dough and at its center. Lowers defense, but provides insight for 2 turns. Interesting. Our newest menu offering is Bennett's Brainchild. Strangely, it's actually selling well. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, mind. It just feels a little unsettling to see, you could say. Bennett's been blathering some real nonsense lately, too. Makes me wonder what's gotten into her. In fact, I have been seeing more and more folks acting strangely around town in general. Wait, an awful thought just dawned on me. You need to find a way to pull Oscar to the side and talk to him one-on-one. Go this way. Up ahead is... I don't see any reason for us to go this way. We'd best go elsewhere. The back door of the SSS building. I think that's the doctor's rooms. No reason to go upstairs. Couldn't come up with any witty dialogue. Hello? Sigh. I swear, all I do lately is sigh and sigh. No matter how worrying things might get, I can't keep going on like this, darn it. I'm sure Matthew is trying his hardest to make the best of things over in Michelin, too. I'm worried about Yuna, but I know she's doing what she can with her teacher and classmates to set things right. I gotta pull myself together. I need to stay positive for Ken and Nana's sake. I think I'm gonna start fixing dinner now. That should help brighten my mood. I'll make Ken and Nana. I think I'll make something Ken and Nana like to perk them up tonight. I need to fix something so good that Ken and Nana go to bed tonight with smiles on their precious little faces. Sigh. It's so boring around here now that the city's been occupied again. Yeah, everyone just goes on and on about the Supreme Leader. It stinks. What the? Who's she and where'd she come from? Wow, you're all dressed like a doll, and your hair is super fluffy and really cute. My, what good taste you have. I am Rosenberg Studios' masterwork doll after all. Praise me more. Huh? Oh, really? Listen, I know they're just children, but you shouldn't blow your cover so easily. Sorry about that, you two. Our little friend likes to tease a lot. Don't take her seriously. Oh, really? It was just a joke? Now I'm confused. Man, how am I supposed to believe she's really a doll? There's no way. Sigh. I'm dying of boredom here. Isn't there anything to do besides going outside to play again? Doll's dress is so cute. I want to wear a dress like that. It'd be so much fun to wear it like that. Other girls would be so jealous. I'm not here to speak. Let's move on to the apartment complex. Wait a minute. This little side story is gonna turn on its head, right? Because I think before it was like the Erebonian people were all just insufferable to the Crossbell people. Now the Crossbell people are gonna be insufferable back to them. Sheesh, that Supreme Leader fellow doesn't know when to quit, does he? The longer this madness drags on, the more it starts to feel like his United Nations nonsense may actually come to pass. I'll never be able to buy one of those new Calvardian Orbital cars at this rate. Dear, you bought a new car less than 3 years ago. I hope you weren't considering blowing our money on another one. Alright, I suppose you have a point. Thankfully, my arms race with Mrs. Novash has calmed down. Where would be the fun in buying a fancy new car if my most heated rival doesn't have one that I can top? Apparently Mrs. Novash has cooled off as of late. So it's time to take the high road and stand down. I'd only look like a villain if I kept antagonizing her further. It's overdue, but you should knock it off with the high road talk. He's already taken it, and you just sound like an oaf. Okay, so I was incorrect. They still seem to be on good terms now. Unless. It's been a while since I've seen our upstairs neighbor Sully. Arkanseal's been on hiatus, so I wonder what she's been up to. Knowing her, I'm sure whatever it is must be important and has her full attention. I'm incredibly grateful to Neston, the manager at the department store. He graciously agreed to hire my husband as a temporary assistant manager even though he is just previously retired. Our family was on the verge of running out of food and money without any way to return to Erebonia. His kindness saved us. Just like our downstairs neighbors Olga and Levik, Crossbellans truly are such kind-hearted people. I was such a fool to think so lowly of Crossbell and its people until now. I'm so ashamed of how I behaved before. Why did I ever think that way? Sigh. Even at my age, I still have so much more growing up to do. I've approached many relationships in life the wrong way. So much character development. Let's see. Wasn't there a maid? Oh, hey, Sully. I'm just glad to see you're okay, Sully. Here, the latest care package. I stuffed in the daily necessities as well. Thanks so much for everything, Sammy. The folks on the ground really appreciate it. On that note, have you noticed anything strange happening lately? Another drink to another misspelling. I'm gonna have to fill up my water bottle in a sec. Have you noticed, with a D, anything strange happening lately? No, not that I recall. Nothing's changed since the monitor cars began looping Rufus Albarea's speech and Ilya's dance. I don't care to watch any of it directly, but I can still hear them in the distance. Never in my wildest dreams did I think Ilya would cause mayhem or that I'd be doing everything in my power to avoid watching her dance. Seriously, how'd it come to this? But never mind that. Gotta keep our heads on straight so we can bring her back to her senses. You're right, now's not the time to give up. Are they referring to Ilya Platier? Yes, judging by that girl's body type, she must be a performer too. There are more people in their right minds than I expected. You guys must not be from around here. I don't recognize any of you, at least. The whole city's on edge right now. I wouldn't go wandering around aimlessly if you know what's good for you. Seriously, what's gotten to Ilya? She still makes that dark stage outfit look stunning, but it's just not the same. Whoa. Camera, what doing? The door is locked. Something about this apartment has me more than a little curious, but doesn't look like we can get inside anyway. It's just some luxury apartment. Unwanted attention is the last thing we need right now, so keep your curiosity in check. I think that covers everything, doesn't it? Let's actually head the way we were meant to go. Quick jaunt through town. Yum. Oh dang. That's one hell of a party of four. So that's a supreme leader, huh? From a distance, he really does look exactly like our Rufus. Other than his haircut, you'd struggle to tell them apart. Is our cover blown? Isn't he one of Hiyue's top brass? We can't take any chances. We must move at once. I mean, it's Lambda, right? Those units are from out east, so he'd probably know about those and have some way to see through it. I think we're good now. We should be able to get to the entertainment district up ahead now. Is it just me, or are there lots of people here? It isn't just you. I have to take proper precautions. Reruns. Wow, some crowd, huh? You must be watching whatever's on the screen. It's your fake, boss. It appears to be recording.
As you well know, Western Zemuria is in a lamentable state. Jirai and North Ambria have become frequent targets of terrorism, and racial conflict remains rife throughout the Calvard Republic. Evil is no longer a seedling to be uprooted with ease. It has bloomed and dispersed corruption across the entire continent. Yet all hope is not lost. I ask that you remember the ideals of the late Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. He understood that if we could not eradicate evil in parts, that we must then be united as a whole through armed might. If we forego a unified system to divide and allocate our resources where they are best needed, we will never know true peace. That is why I, Rufus Alborea, the successor to His Excellency's legacy, have vowed to bring our many great nations together. We cannot let evil continue to sow its seeds. We must fight back for the sake of humanity's future, for the sake of our world's future. And should any neighboring country to which I extend this warm invitation refuse, they will receive due judgment for their arrogance.
This is just crazy. No two ways about it. The boss is crazier for wanting to stop him. No two ways about it times two. I'll take that as a compliment. What's he talking about? Uniting as a whole? Forcing it through armed might is no better than terrorism. But what about the dancing? Those are supposed to play on the things as well. Good on Crossbell for pushing back. I'm surprised. I figured they'd make quick work of anyone speaking ill of them. Look, the channel's changed. Dance. Maybe a plateau from Arkansas. This one looks like a live feed. Yeah, there it goes. That's right. If we just keep waiting for peace to happen, it'll never come. Crossbell is the economic hub of Zumeria. Our job is to lead and pave the way for the rest of the world. Every word Supreme Leader Rufus has said rings true. He's the very symbol of hope for our future. Something about these people is making me uncomfortable. Say, Nadia? Oh boy, they got hit by it too. And he's struggling. Rufus, why are you just standing there? I'm bored of this. Let's go somewhere else, please. Rufus? Hey, Rufus, are you listening? Swin, Nadia, why aren't you talking to me? Are you bullying me? Huh? Wait, Rufus? Nadia? Swin? Well, that's not good. What's going on?
Procuria.
Ooh, status effect healing. Hey, Red.
Over here.
Yeah, I heard she got a new voice actor. Compared to Cold Steel Forward, they actually got the one from the Sky Trilogy to reprise her role. But they changed it for someone who I guess wanted to stick around, because I know Ren shows up in Kuro, I believe.
I'll thank you to remember that I'm a Rosenberg doll. I'm in a different league compared to those garden variety specimens.
And yet, some of these were in fact made by the studio of which you speak.
Really? Oh, you're right! This perfectly sculpted masterpiece is unmistakably a Rosenberg.
You have our thanks. Now, would you prefer Angel of Slaughter or Ren Bright?
As it says.
Call me whatever you like, Jade Rook. I suspected something wasn't right about our new Supreme Leader, and seeing you explains why.
I've heard you were an astute one, and you do not disappoint.
Someone you know?
Not on a personal level, no. But we are familiar with one another's backgrounds.
I honestly didn't expect to meet you quite like this. Though, truth be told, my interest is mostly in her.
Is this Imelda shop? You are associated with Jorg Rosenberg, if I'm not mistaken. She is? He did a lot for me in the past. I guess they're the same as us, then. So it seems. My name's Ren Bright, and since fate has brought us together, what say we make the most of it? If you're a friend of the Meister, I suppose we're bound to meet. We're bound to meet eventually. My name's Swin. I'm Nadia. I have a feeling you and I are going to be two peas in a pod. What a coincidence. I was just thinking the same thing. We totally have the same vibe. This be heartwarming if it wasn't borderline chilling. Incidentally, if I may ask, since you are aware of her existence, might you have heard something about her from the Meister? Not as much as you're likely hoping, I'm afraid. He contacted me a short while ago. All he mentioned is that she exists. He also asked me to help her if she ever needed it. So you don't know anything about her background then? I'm afraid not. Sorry to disappoint you. Next objective remains unchanged. We should make for the Rosenberg studio. Oh, that's where you're headed? Then might I join you? I haven't been there for some time, but it seems to have been occupied by someone exceptionally unpleasant. I was thinking of giving the place a little spring cleaning, but it's a bit too much for me to handle alone. Then we would be glad to have you as our guide. I wonder what Jingo would say if she knew we were picking up... if she knew we added another kid to our picnicking group. Welcome to the Imperial Picnicking Front, Ren. That is not our name. Before we depart, there is one more thing we should confirm. Yeah, I don't want to run into trouble like we did earlier again. What did we witness in the entertainment district before you came to save us? It's a form of mind control employed by the Supreme Leader. Seriously? So he's brainwashing people? The principle is similar, but it works somewhat differently. It can be used across a wide area, and the effects are cumulative. I was able to save you with Orbital Arts earlier because its effects hadn't fully set in yet. But the residents of Crossbell have been exposed to it multiple times, won't be as easy to save. And the weapon bringing about this form of mind control is Ilya Platier's dance? So it seems, although I still don't know exactly how it all works. But alas, now the fallen Sun Princess casts shadows over everyone's hearts like that of an eclipse. So that's how they're able to keep the people in control despite how forcefully they took over Crossbell. I hope RX is okay. Regardless, I think we've established it is not something we are capable of countering at present. Let us be off. LP, time to mosey. Just a minute. If you don't hurry up, we're gonna sell you to the shop. Then you'll be stuck in a display case unable to move just like these dolls. There'll be no more walking, talking, or yummy desserts for you ever again. I'm coming, I'm coming. Big meanie. Stop.
Well, are those customers I spy?
That twangy guitar.
What a peculiar bunch you are.
When you put that on, I thought it was broken. I always carry a spare. You arrived at just the right time. Then why wasn't he wearing it before? I'm gonna get going. Thank you for taking care of me the past few days. That yawn was really digging in there. Think nothing of it, dearie. Are you headed off with these people then? That's right. I can tell you're in for quite a hoot. Oh, no doubt. Stars above. I see that old man made himself a new model. Just look at how expressive she is. This woman scares me. I'm impressed you're able to tell she's a Rosenberg so quickly. I couldn't convince you to part with her, could I? I'll make it more than worth your while. You won't regret it. How much we talking? Gosh, now I'm tempted. How could you even think of selling me? You dropped the act now, Nadia. I'm afraid she's not for sale, ma'am. We still have need of her ourselves. I see. That's a shame. Well, my offer still stands if you ever change your mind. And to make our way for the Mains Mountain Path. What a fun little gadget this is. Snagged one for yourself during last year's spy debacle, I'm guessing. Correct. You never miss a beat, do you? Stealth is incredibly, busted. I'm assuming this network? Yep. They don't have a liberal network, and that's insulting. Ren Bright, Janus Royal Academy. A girl whose incredible intellect is surpassed by few. Before being adopted by the Brights, she was under Ouroboros as Enforcer number 15, the Angel of Slaughter. And Imelda. How unfortunate. I took good care of her if you left her in my hands. Anyway, be careful if you're headed to the factory. I wouldn't want her to get scratched. We'll keep her in pristine condition.
Oh, what will it be? What? Done already?
Oh, something smells. It's food.
Time to go.
I'll take care of it.
Very well.
Okay, let's check out Ren real quick. A sin-seeking sight that emits a black glow as it shears the lives of its victims. That's her quartz. Titania. Offensive arts heal EP. Vega. Offensive arts deal critical damage. Neat. He starts out with Shining R, Cross Crusade R, Attack EP. I could think of a few things to replace. Oh yeah, what are her stats like? He is an arts attacker. Or at least that's what's set up. Swap.
Very well.
All recreational facilities in the district are prohibited from opening. They say that indulging in fun at a time like this could steer people away from their patriotic duties. It's not like I'm hard up for cash, so it's fine if I can't make bake now, but still. Seeing the frown on a customer's face when I tell them we're shut down is the worst part of my day. Can't open anything here right now. On paper, that is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Of course, we'll be in a big pile of trouble if the EDF finds out, so try to keep that fun fact to yourselves. Can't believe my bribes didn't pay off. The EDF is full of nothing but pride. If they find out we're still in operation, we'll be in serious hot water. Gotta be careful. Club I work at is still secretly open for business, even though we said we're going on an indefinite hiatus. The problem is more and more people are starting to snitch to the EDF, so it might not be too long till the jig is up. What happened to good old-fashioned fun? Things are miserable around here these days. People are getting turned into the EDF more and more lately, so it might only be a matter of time before my club gets found out. What happened to good old-fashioned fun? Things are miserable around here. Clearly. Fortunately, even the Evan Defense Force doesn't have the resources to keep an eye on every nook and cranny of the city. On the other hand, the Supreme Leader just keeps getting more and more popular, both in the city and on the Orbital Network. It's probably only a matter of time before the back alley's crawling with his supporters. Can't fathom why Alberea continues to garner more and more support. It isn't as though the EDF is suppressing free speech that greatly. There's a rumor floating around town that says people are being brainwashed. Concerning for sure, but not implausible either. Midnight Fizz. What's going on here? The United Nation of Crossbell has requisitioned this hotel. None may enter without permission. Cool. Quite a number of foreign tourists got caught up in the operation. I feel bad for them, but they'll have to stay at their hotels for the time being. That's why I'm here, to make sure they don't come and go without our okay. Ilya's dance has such a captivating air to it, don't you think? And the Supreme Leader has so much charisma during his speeches. People like them representing us make me proud to be Crossbellan. Lady Ilya's dance and the Supreme Leader's speeches are both so captivating. People like them representing us make me proud to be Crossbellan. So does that mean, yep, the casino is shut down also? There are almost as many people in the entertainment district as there are in Central Square. All the more reason we can't skip on security. that mask Ilia's wearing really suits her. She's great as the fervent dancer and the Sun Princess, but the Duskin Dancer has that extra little something. I should try and create a flavor based on Ilia's current act. Blood oranges, grapes as dark as the veil of night, black cherries. Oh yeah, that's a sexy flavor right there. And we're out of money. Frankly, the Crossbell in me thinks it's a damn shame our Conceal doesn't have any performances lined up. At least we got the Duskin Dancer shows to look forward to. You've seen her dance, right? It's like nothing else in Zumeria. Oh, I almost can't wait to see her again. Frankly, the Crossbell in me thinks it's a damn shame, yeah. Skip. Let's not go there right now. Yeah, agreed. There are still a number of civilians who are criticizing our actions, but I'm sure once they hear out the Supreme Leader, they'll have a change of heart. Supreme Leader Rufus is the only person who can save Crossbell. I hope people can see that sooner rather than later. Yeah. If Lady Ilia stands in support of the Supreme Leader, then her fans stand along in support of him along with her. Glory to Lady Ilia, glory to Arconceal, glory to Supreme Leader Rufus! Lady Ilia looks so dangerous in that dark outfit. I just can't stop staring when I see her. Oh, Adios, my heart's gonna melt. How are you guys doing? No matter how many times I see Ilia since her debut as the Duskin Dancer, I can't get over it. He upped her game big time before any of us even had time to catch our breath. It sucks to say it out loud, but it makes sense that she was the only one in Arconceal chosen to represent the nation. Now she's worked her tail off to hog the spotlight, but we still have a chance, okay? The United Nation hasn't been officially founded yet, so the Supreme Leader can still change his mind. Yeah, you're right. I'll show all the mysterious songstresses bewitching darkness that ensnares the heart. Oh, pitiable. None of them appear to be in the right mind. Leah may be a prodigy, but that won't stop me from bettering myself. I'll show all the mysterious songstresses bewitching darkness that ensnares the heart. What about you, Eugene? A cloak of darkness that conceals all. Not a bad theme, huh? It's too bad Theodore's not here, but I'll work hard enough for the both of us to reform for the United Nation. Alright, time to look at the casino. Now isn't the time to gamble. Now is the time for all of us to come together as one. Neighboring countries ought to hurry and accept the Supreme Leader's proposal sooner rather than later. Sneak in. The entertainment district's facilities are closed at this time. Not like a bunch of kids run... Not like a bunch of kids would be allowed around the casino if it were open anyway. Run along now. So somebody just accidentally typed in run in the middle of the sentence where where it makes no sense. Rare dialogue. Where would you like to go? Obviously the main's mountain path. That's why we're here. Sorry, mines, right? Following this path here will eventually take us to the one leading to the studio. There are monsters wandering around, but I think we can take our chances. We can, yes, but what about you? Oh, you needn't worry about me. I've got my weapon right here. Wow, that's so neat. Why, thank you. So you use a scythe, huh? What a peculiar choice. Its simple design belies how difficult it is to wield. I can use most weapons, sure, but this one has always had my heart. Because it's neat? Because it's perfect for slicing off heads? No! No, indeed, I'm just joking. The more I get to know you, the more I think we're going to be the best of friends. I'd like it if you didn't bond with her over beheading people. By the way, are any of you familiar with United Fronts? I can't say that I am. I'm not either. Is it unusual that we don't? It's still in the early stages of development, so not really. It's a new Arcus 2 feature that lets 5 or more people work together. Oh, you know, I might have heard something about that. Those students had better teamwork than I gave them credit for, so I've been wondering if there was more to it. It was like a buffed up version of Combat Links. You've hit the nail on the head, and the fact that those students were using it. It does have its limitations, like how only those who shared a certain connection at the end of the Twilight can use it. I, however, am one of those people, so you might be able to pull it off as long as I'm around. How promising. It's worth the attempt in any event. I agree. There are exactly 5 of us here, so there's no reason not to the next time something tries to play nasty with us. Sounds like a plan to me. Rufus and Company can now use United Fronts.
How could you not? How would you think to sell me off to that woman? Oh, how couldn't I when your cuteness is worth a fortune? I wouldn't want to insult you by cheaping out. I'm that cute? Well, that is true. I forgive you.
This was an alarming about-face.
We can go to the cathedral.
Crossbell Cathedral here is pretty famous, isn't it? It's sure ritzy enough to have earned a big name. The building is beautiful, and the air is so clean.
Can you see the roof? I see the stained glass up there and sort of like a weird V thing at the top.
Take a quick look around.
See, Otto. That's one of the fishing guys, right? Things are looking good in the city, so I evacuated here. Just what is going on in Crossbell? Sumeria will soon be as one, and it'll be all thanks to our supreme leader. If you think otherwise, then you have no right to call yourself a Crossbellan. What was I just saying? In any event, something strange is going on in Crossbell, so be careful. Can't be any stranger than this old man. This goes to show the kind of danger Crossbell's in right now. I feel like I'm almost in a daze more often than not recently. I blame any citizens for worrying themselves out of their minds now, though. I need to go inside. Run back here real quick. This isn't the first time Crossbell's had its back to the wall, but the second we get our independence back, it falls to hell all over again. How are the folks living here ever supposed to get a good night's sleep? Second Crossbell yeah. What was that? That guy's rolling over in his grave. Can we spot, like, any important graves here? And interact with them? Nope. Okay, then you. Forgive me for causing you such worry, my love. Please, no, I'm doing all right. It's because I always know you're with me. Is this prayer? What a mysterious phenomena. Door's locked. Doesn't seem like the Evans Defense Force will be coming today. Needs to say, their presence does little to ease our refugees' nerves. And whatever I can do to lessen the burden on their hearts, I will. And there's a few people here. Shop? I normally sell drinks in the administrative district for a living. Speaker McDowell has been a regular of mine for years, too. I make his favorite acerbic tomato shake all the time. The nurse who was here earlier said he's doing much better now. What a relief. Inspiring even. I may be just a humble juice vendor, but now I want to do everything I can to help my state pull through this. How am I going to help, you may be asking yourself? Well, by coming up with a new specialty drink to sell. You're welcome to give it a try if you'd like. Hopefully it'll give you the boost you need. That sounds great. Can I try some, Swin? Huh? Can I? I'm not gonna stop you. It's your funeral. Perfect red soda, but I'm too poor. I'm borrowing the kitchen in the building next door to whip up a few drinks. There's even a new item on the menu. Give it a try. Idle. Oh, it's you all. You come all the way to the cathedral to take refuge? Sure, something like that. Well, you're all welcome to visit the classroom over there to keep your mind off things. Mishy and Michette are here too. They're doing what they can to cheer everyone up. I bet they're having as rough a go as anyone in those suits, but they're still trying hard for everyone else's sake. That's amazing. Seeing that makes me want to do something more to help people during a crisis like this. I still have a lot of respect for my old mentor. He says it takes more to become a good lawyer than simply studying all the time. That's why I'm learning how to prepare medicine. Or at least that's how I at least want to be able to help. What's up, LP? My dream is to become a lawyer someday. Learning how to make medicine may never come in handy in the courtroom, but I want to broaden my horizons all the same, just like my mentor suggested. That's why I'm trying to help as best I can. That room is packed, so I'm gonna go this way first. Another day, another radio broadcast chock full of propaganda praising the supreme leader. If we were to all follow him, then we could finally have peace. We'd have nothing to fear ever again. That's what it takes for us to gain our freedom back. And now, what am I saying? That's crazy talk. Is this what Eugene and Play have been going through? Can't let my guard down for even a second, or it could happen to me too. It's terrifying. I fled here with Selena and Nikolai as chaos was striking the city. We tried to convince Eugene and Play to come with us, but they refused to listen to reason. Even I felt like I was losing myself for a second back there. Just what in Idios' name is going on? Am I taking crazy pills or something? It's like more and more people are supporting Alborea by the day. It's not your imagination. There's something fishy going on. Crossbellans are supposed to be stronger than this. I can understand anyone being dazed and confused, but blind loyalism? We're better than that. Yeah, exactly. Hey, do these people belong to that same theater troupe RX works for? Seems like it. At least they were fortunate enough to elude whatever brainwashing's taking place. Hard to believe even Mishy and Michette had to take refuge here. I thought Arkansas had it rough, but I'd hate to be an actor that has to stay in I'd hate not being able to go home to the land of dreams and wishes. I can't ruin the dream for all these kids. Everyone thought peace had returned, and we were all working so hard to put on that commemorative performance. Then all this happened again. It's hard to stay optimistic at this time. I know that moping around isn't going to solve anything, though. Gotta stay focused and pull through this. Person. Sister. Rufus Alborea is a ruthless man if he'll stoop to even brainwashing citizens to get what he wants. Luckily, the effects don't seem to have reached a cathedral, but that may not last. We'll need to be careful. It'll be like that one scene, I don't know what movie it is, where like the guy is like, he's like strapped to a chair with like his eyelids being held open and head just like forced to watch the, like a screen or whatever. I don't know what movie it is. I'm sure describing the scene into Google will probably give me the result I'm looking for. I never expected to see Mishy, Michette, and Arkansas taking refuge here too. I'd be all over them asking for autographs if the circumstances were different, but alas, no, it's probably not the best time for that. I know beggars can't exactly be choosers when we're talking about where you take refuge, but truth be told, As much as I like the ambience of this whole place, it sure gets old seeing the same old scenery day after day. And I can't believe it's come to this. The only saving grace is that I was attending Mass in the chaos-struck city, so I managed to avoid getting caught up in it. Perhaps that was the goddess's doing. Makes me wonder. Nah, it's a coincidence. 100%. I'm so grateful that that nurse came to help when she did. Her stockpile of medicinal herbs has been running low. Her timing couldn't have been better. Sup, Cecile? Yes, the speaker's condition is stable now, so things at the clinic are much calmer. That's why I decided to follow a photographer to town in hopes of helping here. I see. She came by with Rex. You have my deepest gratitude. We have people here who are injured while fleeing from the city and others who are suffering from malnutrition. We have basic healing supplements on hand and the like, but that can only get us so far. Having a certified nurse with us is a boon. I brought some extra medicinal supplies with me from the nursing home. Please use them. Whoa. I was lodged in there for a bit. I'd be most grateful if you could lend a hand. Thank you again, and the best of luck. And a whole lot of people. Michi and Michette are just the cutest. I know they're here for the children first and foremost, but seeing them is lifting my spirits too. They're a goddess and... Wait, what am I saying? I'm supposed to be supervising the children. I don't have time to fawn over adorable mascots. I especially need to keep a close eye on Vaughn and Ruse. There's no telling what those two troublemakers might do. Seeing Michi also reminded me of Cannon. I hope he's doing alright with his job at Michelin Wonderland. He says the park workers treat him well, but it's hard not to worry about him. Arkansas's people are pretty good in their own right, I guess. Doesn't this guy usually hang out by the harbor? No one can touch my boy, just look at him up there. Guess I'm a teensy bit biased, though. What else is a proud papa supposed to say? The girl they got in Michette these days isn't half bad. You know, the priest gave me a compress for my back. Maybe I'll throw on a suit and join her up there myself. It's an actor's job to help people through tough times and give them something to smile about, if you ask me. Guess that means I gotta suit up again and show them how it's done next time. Oh yeah, wasn't he, like, one of the old actors for Michi? Here you are. Your injuries have really healed up quite nicely. It's all thanks to you. I couldn't have gotten better without you. If only I wasn't in such a panic like I was, I wouldn't have tripped and injured myself in spectacular fashion. Thinking about it now, it was pretty embarrassing. Don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone is struggling to stay calm given the situation. The fact you regret your actions now means you're a kind person at heart. You needn't feel any guiltier than that. I'll keep an eye on this wound for just a little while longer to make sure things don't take a turn for the worse. Thankfully, someone from St. Ursula was able to supply us with medicine. We shouldn't run out anytime soon. Thank you for everything. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. And now for the stars. Michi and Michette came by to cheer everyone up. No one can stay sad when they hear Michette sing. She knows how to make anyone smile. I think I might join them. All the singing and dancing looks fun. Camel. Michi's face is so funny, I can't stop laughing. Part of me's still anxious that we can't go home yet. But hanging out with Michi and Michette has been great. I'm feeling a lot better now. How are you doing? Come on, everybody. We need you up and happy, or else me and my brother are going to be real sad. Trust me, you don't want to see Michi when he's sad. His face gets all mushed up and droopy. It's an awful sight. And Mecha Michi, his screws go flying everywhere. It's a real pain in the keister to fix him when that happens, trust me. So that's why we need to have fun together so tragedies like those can be avoided. Mihi, is everyone ready? Let's sing Michelin Wonderland's theme song together. That'll give us the big boost of energy we need. Hold on, Did these two seriously flee the city while wearing those costumes the entire time? Why bother? Was keeping up the act really worth all the hassle just so kids wouldn't catch him out of character? Duh, we're talking about a child's innocence here. Do you want them to be scarred for life? I sympathize with the people behind the fur, but everyone's gotta do their part to protect their characters. Come on, the more we all sing, the happier we'll all be. All together now. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. And other group. Must be tough being Mishy and Michette. Can't even get to take the day off with all that's going on. I get it though, they have an important job, keeping everyone's spirits up. Maybe I won't be so mean to them just this once. Maybe. Possibly. Kick the mascot. Mishy's the best. I'm fine with not going back to the city if it means hanging out with Mishy here. Go Mishy, you're the best. Well, hello. I don't think we've had the pleasure before. My name's Mishy. I came all the way from Michelin Wonderland, and this here's my sister, Michette. Everyone's been looking so down lately, so we stopped by to turn those frowns upside down with a few dances. So feel free to join us and make a wishy with Mishy. Ugh, now you try. Make a wishy with Mishy? I don't get it. What's that supposed to mean? Come on, dance with us. You'll be smiling and feeling better in no time. Finally. Free. Although we have to come back here once we kill a few monsters. Oh, that's gonna get annoying real quick.
I'll take care of it.
I see. We are too strong. Take this, dog.
All is in order.
Wow, that was effective. How about you? There we go. Ogre fly. An insect with a giant eye. Well, it has two giant eyes, but yeah. Nothing escapes its sight. Mainly ignorant travelers who invade the highways it calls home. That's a lot of freeze vulnerability.
Very well.
Ready?
What do you have? Calamity Sphere. Oh great, now we have Accelerate here too.
All for one.
And
one
wow!
for all. Let 'em loose.
Very well.
Whack.
Arches!
And
Ask it for it.
finished.
Interesting gimmick your weapons have. Were they organization made?
Yeah, they're just what I know, so may as well keep using them. Not much of a surprise.
But
Box.
Fall back. Cut where I want you.
Get a scan.
all sees all. I've seen through your game.
Him out. Beast with the one-track mind for mating that flies to a rage when disturbed. A certain egg-stealing snake is its natural-born enemy.
Ready?
Lore.
Target locked.
My turn now.
No touching! Power Capellion!
Very well.
Let's see, we got Calamity Throw, which, yep. Rened, so her old S... Oh yeah, I forgot, her old S-craft is just a craft now. That seems to be a running theme, isn't it? Zodiac Code. Make supporting arts using a code created to oppose none other than the Astral Code.
It's not over till... Zodiac Code, go!
Okay.
Got tenfold.
Helmet wide open!
Asking for it.
I'll take care of it.
How about this? Renegade Edge!
Outplaying.
Time to entertain my
Pretty sure we've
guests.
seen this before in Cold Steel 4, but...
Round and round! Up you go! Time for the main event! What a delightful tea party! My turn!
Oh, look, Zero Craft. Bam. Oh.
Okay.
Gleam! Calamity Spear!
Okay. Time to settle. Detonate! You're down!
No problem!
On guard. Outplaying.
No problem! This wide open!
Too late! Fine! Bring it on!
Now then. No touching! Power Propellion!
Yeah, does she have healing?
Very well.
She does not.
Dance for me!
On it. Time to settle. Oh no, you don't! You're down!
On guard.
Cut you down!
My turn! My turn now. Dance for me!
On it.
Supposed to be giving me the death blows.
Keep at it! Take him out!
I shall.
On guard.
Very well.
Ready? Keep at it!
Too late! Back tenfold!
All right.
Dead.
All you were was weak.
Even perfection can.
Easy.
Alright. Need a couple scans. Petrifying Hydra. That sounds fun.
Doll sees all. So this is what you do.
A terrifying snake boasting 4 heads. Almost a caution around its petrifying, inducing breath.
On it.
100k HP.
My turn now.
Rockery. A primordial monster exposed to spirit. It waves black bulbs to induce hallucinations and may give abnormal conditions.
All right.
No touching! Power Propellion!
I'll take care of it. Outplaying.
Asking for it! Ready? Target low. Not with me!
That causes stink, doesn't it? Yep.
Very well.
Here you go! Now then. Dance for me! Marches! After me, Lapis!
Very well.
Where is our stimulant?
Appreciate it. Hey. Time to settle. Destiny, you're down.
Too late.
That's not good.
Simple. Now playing.
I'm gonna go for obliterating him. Hey, we got Fame. All of our attacks are crits now.
Now then. Marches! How
Well,
naive!
you haven't gotten nailed by petrification yet, which I guess is good luck.
Very well.
Now. What a waste of time that was. But of course. All is in order.
Just the cure.
I'm curious to see what's in that chest myself.
True Composure Shawl. Prevents Petrify. That would have been useful a second ago, wouldn't it? Gonna have to run back here anyway. Let's go back to the cathedral.
Very well.
We can exchange and buy. There we go. Rest relearned.
Ready?
Very well.
On guard.
Need somebody with ranged.
I shall.
On it.
Time to go.
Run past all the enemies real quick. About to get cutscened. What was that? Something wrong, Rufus? No, it's nothing. What is this I'm sensing? Choosing to continue will cause the main story to advance. It will also not be possible to go any further in Rufus' story for a brief period. Proceed. How much longer? I'm so tired. Really? We haven't even walked that far yet. Roseburg Studio isn't too far from here. And you, are you sure nothing's wrong? You're acting awfully preoccupied. I simply don't think it's worth mentioning. No, wait. There's the third piece of the mirror. What is that? Looks like a piece of a mirror or something. The design's really weird too. I didn't take you for the type to collect trinkets. I'm not. I couldn't tell you where it came from. It just suddenly appeared in my pocket. What? How? What? How could that be possible? I don't know the answer to that, but nor do I think we can afford to leave it unanswered. A predicament indeed. Trails to walk. I can't very well ignore this mysterious mirror, but nor do I know how to best approach it. Predicament indeed. Man, it won't even just let me go to the Reverie corridor. We just have to start going through the other routes again. Well, guess that means we're shifting back to Lloyd's route. As it goes, March 19th, Southern Crossbell. motor rope.
Oh, there it is!
The heck? Give me a second. Oh yeah, notification from somebody. I didn't. Weird. St. Ursula Medical College. Pretty normal.
We should be safe to dock. I don't see any signs of the Ebon Defense Force.
Where's everybody else?
Then we're good to go.
Dryland. Yeah, I didn't realize that would take so long. The EDF doesn't seem all that interested in surveillance outside the city. These must be feeling pretty cocky if you ask me. I thought they might retaliate against Armorica after the last run-in, but that never happened either. I don't know how to feel about that. It's like he doesn't even see us as a threat. I guess we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. That overconfidence will be his undoing. Isn't that right, Kia? Yep, he won't know what hit him. But I am still kind of worried about Risha. Yeah, so am I. Yesterday, Armorica after the ancient battlefield.
I'm so sorry. I just don't know what came over me. How could I ever think of betraying you like that? It's okay, San-san. You can't keep blaming yourself. If anything, I should have known something more was wrong. I'm a terrible friend for not realizing that you were struggling so badly or being manipulated. And Elia means the world to me. I should have been able to tell something was amiss. Risha.
Thank you all for coming to our aid. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't shown up when you did. Really, thanks.
Don't mention it. Glad we could make it in time. The one you should be thanking is Zeit. We were looking into what the EDF was up to when he told us that you were in danger.
Did he now? Still, it's not like you to be modest, Wazi. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for rescuing us, Sight. You were a hero back there. And I've been way overdue for one of these.
Boy.
That you have. My apologies for not returning after the operation.
You're so flaky, Sight. Do you realize how long it's been? Tio and I have been waiting for you to show up again all this time, you know?
My apologies. As a holy beast, there are limits to how much I can interfere. I am astounded at just how much you all have grown. The children of man truly do grow apace.
We'll take your word for it. It would be nice to think I've grown a little, yeah.
I'm just overjoyed to see you again. You were sorely missed, Zeit.
Yes, it's good to be back.
I've read plenty about the holy beast in the scriptures. Why do you think I would be in the presence of one so soon after returning to the church? You should have seen the Congregation for Divine Worship's faces when we first reported them about Zeit. Can you blame them for losing their shit? Whoever heard of a holy beast moonlighting as a police dog? Well, I guess he can do whatever he wants for the most part. Sounds like his contract doesn't apply anymore. I don't think Zeit is nearly as weird as hearing you talk about church stuff, Vol. Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around it. Can it? You better get used to it. Alright, enough of the funny talk. You folks ready to get down to business? Based on the info they found, sounds like you guys already know where you're headed. Yeah, the Rhineford military factory to the west. Said the Evan Defense Force has been frequenting it the last few days, right? Sure have. That's most likely where the Zauber soldats are being manufactured. Would make sense. I've been wondering how they were able to bring so many into Crossbell's border without anyone noticing. don't think the Imperial government or Reinford group would have ever allowed so many to be smuggled. Right, so if you consider they're being manufactured from within Crossbell the entire time, then the dots point to this mysterious factory the EDF is connected to. That was one of the places where Sorges and Malgias were being manufactured before the war. Everyone was convinced that the Black Workshop's tech was gone for good, though. I don't know how Alberay and his men got their hands on it, and worse, it looks like they've made some improvements, too. We'll likely be crossing paths with those soldiers from here on out, so that's bad news. That mask Ilio was wearing also looked like workshop tech, too. Yes, and now they're using it to alter her personality, if not outright control her. I'd like to ask the Thor's graduates what they know about how those masks work. That could be a good idea, but let's make our top priority searching that factory and find information on the soldats. Something tells me we'll be able to fill in a few blanks on what's going on here and why Rufus Alberea is staging his occupation. Unfortunately, getting there is going to be easier said than done. The factories to the west of Crossbell City were in the northeast. The only way I know how to get to the west side of the state from here is to the city. Yeah, and that's not exactly an option with the EDF crawling all over the place. I'm guessing you can't just hitch a ride in your Merkaba either, huh? I wish. We brought it with us, and it should be safe with the other squires guarding it. But they're using more advanced anti-radar than the CDF was back in the day. Can even see through active camouflage, and they've got them set up all at the key locations. Flying's a no-go. It's shocking how well equipped they are. What the hell? Even the Imperial Army doesn't have toys that good. I guess that's where the Black Workshop factor comes into play again. In that case, I think the smart play is to make our way to St. Ursula. Are we going to reach St. Ursula from here? It just so happens I got my hands on an orbital boat before things hit the fan. We should be able to use it to cross Lake Elm and reach St. Ursula on the other side. We would still be a ways away from reaching the factory from there, but I'm not seeing any better options. Yeah, let's take what we can get. It's a lot closer to the military factory than we are now, and we can find a route to it from there. We'll go with this. Thanks for the idea, Lecter. Your course is set then. I will leave this land's crisis in your hands for the time being. Aw, does that mean you're gonna leave us again? I'm afraid so. There's something else I wish to take care of. But fear not, I too am a part of the SSS, so it is only a matter of time before we meet again. I'll hold you to that. Take care, Zeit. Gotta remember it's like Zeitgeist. Zeit. Yeah, I'll miss you, but let's see each other again soon. Yes, that we shall. I'm trying to use that word to remember it. What does Zeitgeist even mean? The defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history as shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time. So the story captured the zeitgeist of the late 1960s. Neat. Actually, I was thinking of staying here. I want to help look after my grandfather, and the EDF does come. And if the EDF does come to the village, I'll take responsibility and negotiate. You could have used your support, but you do make a good point. I'm worried about how things are at the hospital, so I'm tempted to come with. That said, I think my services are needed more here at the moment. At the very least, I want Speaker McDowell to make a full recovery first. Thank you, Cecile. I really appreciate that. I was also leaning towards staying here and hitting up my connections. Besides, a large group is going to be able to sneak into the factory, and that's if we even manage to fit us all on the boat. It makes sense for some of us to stay behind and protect the village as we gather info.
In that case, I'd like to stay here as well.
Are you sure, Risha?
That makes sense. You evaded her attack for the most part, but weren't you still injured?
Yes. Please forgive me, everyone. I just need a little time. I'm still not ready to face up to what happened to Ely and Sansan just yet.
And that's perfectly fine. If that's your decision, then we respect it.
That's right. I'm sure you'll be able to find your way forward. And I'll be happy to have your help here in the meantime.
I'd be happy to help.
A lot of people are staying here, so that means I have to go with Lloyd. Where's this coming from, Kia? This is gonna be a dangerous mission. You understand that, don't you? Of course, the factory's really far away and there's no telling what's going to be there waiting for us. That's why I want to help gather info for us. And I can back you up with my order like I always do. It makes a lot more sense for me to go than it does to stay here, if you ask me. Well, give her some credit. She makes a good point. And I'll be tagging along too. That should make the operation a lot safer overall. My stigma could prove useful in a pinch. I don't think it'll be too dangerous for her. Alright. I should be glad that there are two other people willing to go, so I'd be happy to have you both. Counting on you, Ozzy. You too, Kia. I'm glad to see you take your own advice when it comes to trusting her a little more. Make sure to back Lloyd up with everything you've got, Kia. You bet I will. Well then, your odds of success are rising by the minute, aren't they? May you all ever keep your chins up and your eyes facing forwards. Sounds overly optimistic to me. Believing in the future easily beats standing still. Sign me up for the sunshine you're pumping. Seriously though, you should give some thought to what your old cellmate said after our fight yesterday too. Might help you sort things out. Called a hunch. Good luck with your little factory tour, Bannings. May the gods be with ya. Good times.
We'll cut things short for today. Enjoy your freedom while you can and have fun struggling against the inevitable. You're helpless to stop us, now that you've lost your way.
Lost our way? What was that supposed to mean? Was he referring to the loss we suffered to Rufus back at the signing ceremony, or something even before then? Yeah. I don't think we need to worry about Amorica with Wallet and Scarlet staying there. Let's just focus on what we need to do here. Exactly. Gotta do our part while everyone else is working to help us. Got me there. Lloyd's Route, Act 3, Illusions Shattered. Our first goal is finding a route to the factory. We can start by seeing how things are here and hopefully gather some information. I'm willing to bet a lot of people here from the city fled here too. We might come across a familiar face or two among them. Well, yeah, maybe. Alright, let's get started. He has been assigned to his tag-along slot. He will be assigned to a tag-along slot when traveling with the party. She will not take part in combat directly, but she can support the party with orders. You can view and change which characters are assigned to the party's tag-along slot from the party select screen. Gotta love hiccups. Squire Vald. Squire life. Vald accompanies Wazy to save Lloyd, displaying his newfound skill and knowledge as a squire. Helpful. New master missions added. What you talking about?
New visitors registered.
Wazy and Kia will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Crow will now assist you in the Reverie corridor.
Central core activated.
Missions. Open treasure chests. Reach level 110 with all allies. Neat. Fill in 50% of the character tab of the notebook. So we're at 21%. Wow. We have a long way to go. Also, I should probably... let's see, off, on, off. There we go. Yeah, it's like fill in just percentages. Report.
Confirming rank points accumulated. Liberation rank unchanged.
Like everyone's just chilling, but I guess we could find find the few new people, right?
What do you want?
Wanna
Kia.
chat?
I never expect to run into Yuna and her classmates here of all places. I still can't remember what's going on in the real world, but it doesn't feel like I could have predicted this. You mean through sensing causality? That just reinforces how bizarre the situation really is. Though that's not so bad. You shouldn't rely on the gift you still have too much. Your powers aren't to be used lightly. This is something you guys are going to have to solve the old-fashioned way with hard-nosed detective work. I'm sure you got this, and I promise I'll pitch in any way I can too. Thanks, Kia.
Wanna chat?
The place is pretty confusing, but I'm sure we'll get it figured out if we keep working together. You guys have got this, and I promise I'll pitch in any way I can too.
Wanna chat?
There's Crow chilling. Hey, Wazzy.
This isn't ideal.
I didn't wake up this morning thinking I'd be whisked away to another dimension. And little Mir's to blame, huh? I put my mirror on an artifact being involved one way or another. This kind of power just doesn't just appear out of thin air, if you catch my drift. Where did all this come from?
This isn't ideal.
Regardless, let's consider ourselves lucky that we're all together like this. I'll keep my wits about me and glean what I can as we delve deeper into the corridor.
How are you doing?
There you are, sitting by yourself.
Hey, how's it going?
Don't know what this is all about, but I have a feeling we're not in Zemeria anymore, folks. Sounds like we're in for some tough fights, too. Should be a good chance to flex our muscles a little. I got your back, Lloyd. Good to be working with you again. Thanks, same to you.
Yo, doing alright?
Sounds like good to flex our muscles a little. If there are tough fights waiting for us, I'm down for that. Good to be working with the SSS again, too. Call me if you need me.
Yo, doing alright?
Alright. Back. I guess you should try walking around the hospital first. It's been a while since I was last here. I hope everyone's holding up okay. So we immediately tried to leave town. Got it. No, wait, is that you, Lloyd? I bet your friends is here, but she's the only one. Ah, it's Tio. I heard what happened. How'd you even get here? I assume with the factory we were probably going to meeting up with Tio and Tita, and those will probably be our allies. Maybe Agate. Sorry for the surprise. We actually came across the lake on a boat. Actually, that would be our 5 party members we need for a united front, so that might actually be what happens. And we'll probably see Elisa at the factory. Sorry for the surprise. We actually came across the lake on a boat. You don't say. You really don't stop. You really won't stop at anything when you put your mind to it, huh? Still, you're a sight for sore eyes. Everyone's been worried about what we'll do if the EDF storms in here. Oh, and about your friend. She should be somewhere in the hospital's main building right now. I'll trust you to find her. Hey, do you think it could be... Only one person comes to mind, but let's stay in suspense a little longer. Suspense is killing me. I'm going to keep watching my post for the time being. We can't assume the EDF will ignore this place indefinitely. We'll give you a shot if something happens. Thanks for checking in on us. Let's stay off the road for now. We don't want to run into the EDF. Not without backup, at least. Can't believe you came here by boat of all things. Don't worry, the EDF hasn't shown their faces around since the occupation. But we can't rule out that they'll come eventually. Everyone's a little on edge. We started offering counseling services for those who need them. You're welcome to attend as well. You need some therapy. Theos has been known for its neurology department, but it has a psychology department too. Dr. Salin was placed in charge of it, but she's not here, so we're not accepting new psychology patients right now. We don't want to sit back and do nothing, though. That's why we're at least offering counseling services to those who want them. Also, is that fishing?
I bet we could fish here.
Yes. Fish inside the boat. Yeah. Oh.
Goodbye.
Nice.
Be good.
They'll eventually get tired. There we go. We got him. The Whopper.
Look at the size of this baby.
Noble carp.
I bet we could fish here.
35 fishing bait. Where did we get 35 fishing bait? Now to feed all those other mouths, the kitchen's going to be busy all night. It's a good thing some of the refugees have been lending a hand. We're not struggling as much as we might have. One of them even made refreshments to hand out to the others. That's a spirit. Times like these call for doing a little selfless work to get your mind off things. It's a real blessing to have the refugees helping out around here in the hospital. So they're handing out refreshments as we speak. Aged beef stew. Tasty. Moonless Morn, a few chapters. We need to call it a night in a little bit, actually. I should be getting back to work. We had to lend unused rooms here and in the hospital to refugees that can't return to the city. It's only natural for there to be more to clean with so many people staying here. Not that I'm complaining. Everyone's pitching in to keep things going around here, so I want to do my part as well. Cleaning is hard work, but it does help me calm my nerves. It's something I've always been good at, so I don't mind cleaning for everyone else's benefit. Knock. Staff dormitory. Look who it is. Can't believe the old Governor General thinks he can just start calling himself our supreme leader. What a joke. They can call whatever they want, but this is just a bunch of convicts causing trouble. They'll never get away with it. This United Nation thing they're going on about is a complete pipe dream. It's never gonna happen. I finally managed to smooth everything over with my old family, and now this is getting in the way. I just want this crisis to be over so life can go back to normal. This whole occupation is just a bunch of convicts trying to start a riot. Completely ridiculous. I'm telling you, nothing will come of it. At least, I really hope nothing does. Gotta wait for it. We haven't even hit the climax of the game yet. Not even close. Private hospital rooms are through here. It would be best not to enter. Ooh, vending machines have anything good? Oh, hell yeah, Bell Cola. Give it to me. They say I'll get to leave the hospital soon because of all the rehab I've done. My hands are still kinda numb, but I can even hold a pen now. It's all thanks to the surgery I had with Dr. Sayland. Lynn promised me she'd take me to the radio station in Leeds when I finally get discharged. Then, once my hands are fixed, I want to start practicing the piano again. That's why everything in this city needs to get better. There won't be any point in leaving the hospital if there's no peace on the outside. I don't want to give up yet. I have to think positive. Outpatient. A lot of folks who fled the city have been helping around the hospital. They do things like change the sheets and keep the rooms tidy. It's wonderful. I guess the staff don't do a good enough job. Several of our staff members were on their way to a conference in Reverie when the EDF attacked the city. Dr. Sayland was to give a speech about the surgery she performed on the Emperor, and Dr. Largo was going to debut a thesis he wrote while working as a military doctor on the battlefield. Head nurse Martha and several other doctors who worked with the army were invited too. I hope they're okay. I wonder what everyone who went to the conference is up to. We haven't gotten any updates from them at all. Marty. At least the hospital wasn't taken over, I guess. Of course, people are down in the dumps. Everyone was looking forward to listening to the signing ceremony on the radio. Some even got special permission to leave the hospital and attend in person. My release was right around the corner, too. I was looking forward to going home to a free Crossbell city. Sigh. If only Cecile were here to get my mind off things. It's hard to care much about anything right now. Everyone's pretending to be cheerful, but I just can't do it. How am I supposed to be happy now of all times? Especially without Cecile here to lift my spirits. It's hard to care about anything right now. Elevator. Feeling any better today, Arnak? Sorry, Cerrone. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. What happened to me during the war? All I could think about was vengeance. I betrayed everything Prince Olivert stands for. There's no place for me in Ulster anymore. I'm no better than those Emin Defense Force goons occupying Crossbell. That's why I don't even want to go through rehab. Just leave me alone. Still down in the dumps, huh? I've been thinking that what you need is a change of pace. I know. How about writing a poem? Why would I do that? I've never written poetry in my entire life. You should try it. I used to write all the time when I was a student. I write stuff like mint chip yesterday, chocolate for tomorrow, vanilla today. Now I want some ice cream. You sure are a unique one, Cerrone. Yarnak was originally placed in the head nurse's care. But when she got reassigned and had to leave, Martha told me, "It's all or nothing, Cerrone. I'm counting on you." Rumble. Oh, that was my tummy. I'm gonna take a sneaky snack time now. I can't wait to see what your poem is. Can I not talk to him? There we go. You weren't kidding about wanting ice cream, huh? I won't lie, it's hard to stay down around you, Cerrone. Next room. It's all too overwhelming, honestly. Dealing with my recovery is tough enough, but now Crossbell's in danger again. How much longer will we have to fear Imperial rule? How much more do we have to endure? What am I going to do with you? You got so happy when you heard Crossbell was going to be independent that you jumped for joy and threw out your back. And now I'm stranded here because I came all this way to visit you on the day of the signing ceremony. Why me? Why must bad things always happen to good people? Oh, stuff a sock in it, will ya? Here, have a dried persimmon. That should keep you quiet. Stole those for me to begin with. Not that I'm going to say no, but don't think you could put me in a good mood so easily. How do you stay so optimistic all the time? You got some nerve. Don't think a few dried persimmons are going to make me forgive you. What's a persimmon? Because I'm pretty sure that's an actual thing, isn't it? It's a fruit. I have no idea what this thing is. It's like, it almost looks like an orange tomato.
Now then.
What even is this thing? It grows on trees, so neat. From the genus Diospyros. What is Diospyros? Let's going down the fruit rabbit hole at the end of towards the end of the stream. What does it taste like? Bittersweet flavor that's slightly tart but also sweet at the same time. That tells me nothing. What was I thinking, letting myself get down so easily? Sure, what happened to the signing ceremony was a real shame. There's no point in wasting my energy being sad. I need to get out of this funk and back on track. Take the stairs. Exercise is good. Also, we could see if there's anybody. I don't remember the layout. I thought there might be like a hallway or something. Obviously not. I know some familiar faces are missing from the hospital. Dr. Salen, Cecile, even Dr. Largo and the head nurse. You've all done so much for me. I really hope they're safe wherever they are. Walking in circles? Whoa, is that you, Lloyd? What are you doing here? Good to see you again, Lon. It's a bit of a long story. But I didn't meet up with Cecile. She's safe and sound in Amorca. Her, Mifa, and the doctors on duty are looking after Speaker McDowell. Really? I heard what happened to the speaker over the radio. Thank goodness he is alright. Things were chaotic here for a while after the ceremony, but it's calmed down for the most part. Our equipment had some issues, but we didn't have to book any emergency surgeries, fortunately. It's all good now. That's a relief. Yeah, the last thing we need is to put more fires out. We're gonna keep poking around the hospital if that's alright. Thanks for getting us up to speed. No problem at all. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of work on your hands, but good luck out there.
You know, I was expecting everyone here to be more despondent.
It's good they're in high spirits.
Nowhere to find.
Good to hear that Cecile and Speaker McDowell are okay. There are people connected to the hospital we can't reach, but we can't worry about that. We have to focus on what we can control, and right now there's plenty of work to do. Another waste of a possibly named NPC on the map. I checked myself into the hospital with a terrible cold on the day of the signing ceremony. It turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made. Who knows what that Eben whatever force would have done to me if I was trapped in the city. Eileen's outside, right? Where does this go? Station? The store leads to the railway platform. No reason for us to head down there right now. I honestly didn't remember that there was anything there. Bunch of health books. And a Michelin Wonderland book. Two of them, actually. Oh, hey there, Lloyd. Glad to see everyone's doing okay despite how crazy things have gotten. You're Peter with the Fisherman's Guild, right? Good to see you're hanging in there yourself. Yeah, somehow or other. Though I'm really anxious right now after getting separated from the other guild members. But knowing them, I'm sure they're doing what they can to help everyone back in the city. So I'm trying to take a page out of their book and help out around the hospital, as well as monitor the lake's water quality. The water quality? Why that? During the war, there were abnormalities detected in those readings, so I figure in this case, better safe than sorry. Thankfully, there's nothing amiss at the moment, so no need to worry there. That's good to hear. Glad to know you're staying on top of things. Just don't work yourself too hard. Times are tough for everyone. You gotta have some Peter time every now and then. Right, of course. I appreciate the advice, Lloyd. I'm the type who needs to keep moving to distract himself from everything going on, though. So in some ways, pushing myself a little might actually be the best thing I can do for my own well-being, if you can believe it. Say, I'm helping out the hospital, but really, it's only basic paperwork, nothing too exciting. Maybe a humble fisherman who can only do so much, but if I can at least help a little, that's enough for me. Beater. I've heard some businesses remain open under the careful watch of that Eben Defense Force. At least that means we can still expect supplies to be transported. That's less worry for the time being. I'm still concerned about the city. There's a rumor going around that people have been brainwashed. That can't be true, can it? I'm concerned about the rumors regarding the city. What can we do? I don't believe the hospital has any remedies for brainwashing. He's gotta, like, cut open the brain. Get real good in there with some soap. And you wash out the brainwashing. Hospital is currently housing several refugees from the city. There are several patients and visitors that have nowhere else to go. It's natural they would all feel uneasy with Crossbell being in a state of emergency. We're doing everything in our power to provide healthy meals and keep them comfortable. Doing our best to give the refugees stranded here a comfortable stay. Unfortunately, we're not a hotel, so there's only so much we can provide, but we're trying. Whoa, this way leads to the surgical department. The cameraman really wants to see what's behind that door. The war didn't last very long, but I learned a lot during my brief time as a field medic. A lot of it was technical expertise, but I also learned what it means to behave and how to make split-second decisions. Now I have a chance to put all those skills into action once again. Thing is, I was drawing a blank on how to apply any of it to help here and now. Then McLeod mentioned he wanted to open a counseling room for the patients. I was surprised at first, but now I get it. That's the kind of healing people need right now, something that comforts the heart. Turns out I still have a long way to go before I catch up with McLeod. Relaying ahead to McLeod in his counseling room. Now that I think about it, aren't his final exams coming up? His residency is almost over. I hope he's making time to study. I was out shopping during last month's incident. To make matters worse, Lago was shopping at the same store, so I had to take shelter with that cue ball. This time, though, he managed to avoid the worst of it because at conference he was invited to with Dr. Sayland. I know it's only a coincidence, but it seriously bugs me how lucky he can be. Oh well. The silver lining is that I've got the place all to myself, and I can help my patients and the hospital as I see fit. Oh no. Lago is one of the doctors invited to a conference in Reverie this week. Speaking of which, my son Keynes attends a medical school in Reverie. I hope he's keeping up with the studies. Well, no time to worry about that now. I should stay focused on the hospital. I guess we should keep Keynes in our mind whenever we get to Reverie in future games. This way leads to the internal medicine department. Not important. Gotta go up. Alright. Perfect place to stop and save. Oh hey, is that Yona? He's here too. Neat. But yeah, so close, yet so far. 41 hours in. Till next time. Good night.